I was ready for this.
Anytime you can get a Wayne Gretzky patch jersey autograph for well under $1,000.
I mean, you start up hot. I mean, they expect you to maintain that throughout your whole career. But, everybody knows there's ups and downs to everything.
What do you guys think of Marvel cards?
I think it's a great move.
So when it comes down to card value, right? Breeze and Aaron Rodgers don't compare to Tom Brady. JD.
What's up, man? How you guys doing?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
Man, chilling. How was the weekend?
It was good.
Good. How was the show?
I went to the Angels game yesterday.
For fireworks, right?
Yeah.
The fireworks night. How was that like?
It was good, man. It was a kind of an impressive show. So they had some fireworks going off on the field, and then some were going off over kind of left field, like outside the stadium.
Oh wow, damn, that's good. It was better than the Dodger Stadium when they do theirs.
I don't know about better. It's the first time I've been to a fireworks display in Anaheim at the Angel Stadium, but the Dodgers represent well. But it was cool. It was cool to be there, be a part of it. Angels did not win the game.
Yeah, they got blown out when we went. It's not.
I don't know, man. It's interesting. You see these teams early in the season. Like, what's going on? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't get it. They have one of the two best players in the MLB, and they're not doing anything with it.
But in baseball, man, it's about that team. Because I looked at the Orioles roster. I couldn't name two players on that roster.
No, me either. No idea who.
Who did they play the night you went?
It's the same thing. The Orioles. It was opening series.
Okay.
Yeah, it was cool. Shout out to Wake and Break Sports for
Break.
Yeah, man, I was surprised. We got in. I was like, oh wow, I thought we were gonna be on TV like for some catfish or something, but it was nice.
So I see you back in the Batcave there.
Yeah, we film a little the back, the Batcave. Yeah,
the Batcave, bro.
Yeah, we trying to.
Where's the red phone now? I know you got the red phone now.
It's somewhere up there. I gotta.
It's a nice area, man. It's nice. It's nice back there.
It's somewhere. I gotta move some things. I just want to switch it up, just give people different aesthetic. How we doing things over here?
It's all good, bro. It's all good.
So how was yesterday? I want to know how was yesterday. I couldn't make it yesterday.
Show. Let's talk about the premiere show. I thought the premiere show was phenomenal, man. We walked in. I probably got there about 9:45, 10 o'clock. There was already a buzz. People are there. We walked around thoroughly throughout that show.
I bet. Yeah.
Yeah. Try to visit. I saw some new vendors, so I talked to them. We visited with a lot of people. I picked up 2 items that we'll jump into in the next episode that comes out. They were smaller items, but it was some stuff that I've been interested in. So
that's what matters.
To me, I think yesterday too, you do research on stuff, right? And it gets locked into your head, and then you're walking a show and you see something, and immediately that's an excellent price right there.
Yeah, exactly.
And, that happened yesterday. But the people, man, it was there were just a lot of people, man, a lot of excitement.
I bet. Was everybody talking about Delmar next week or not yet?
Yep. People were staying in the moment for premiere, but also talking about next week when they're getting into town, how many days they're going to be there. Several people said they're coming down on Saturday, but a lot of people were talking about all 3 days.
Yeah, if everything goes well, we're gonna go Saturday, and then if my guy gets back to me, maybe Sunday, and then I got something special for Sunday. I'm just waiting for everything to fall into place.
Okay, I can't wait for special, man.
I mean, we'll see. I don't want to give too much away. I just hope. I text him today. He hasn't got back to me. So if everything goes well, I'm gonna make 2 trips down there, and the second one's gonna be really well. I just need the green light from him, and then the project will start rolling out. I learned it. I learned the hard way the last time. I skipped too many steps, and then I ended up looking crazy when not everybody was on board first.
Understood. Yeah. Understood. We got local card collector. What's up, guys? Are you talking to Tim Duncan tonight? We can talk Tim Duncan every night, man. Loco, what you want to know about Tim? The Angels have the most home runs of any team in the MLB right now. It seems to be pitching and keeping people off base. I mean, we walk into the stadium, we were across the way of the restaurant, right across from the stadium. We walk in, the game is 2-2. By the time we sit down, it's 4-2 Baltimore, and then a few minutes later, it's 5-2 Baltimore. Like real quick. And Syndergaard pitched last night.
Oh, he did?
Syndergaard pitched last night. Yeah, he wasn't pitching very well. It didn't seem like it. But I saw on Instagram that when they came to take him out, like he was on the mound, like, visually upset that they were taking him out.
I mean, if he gave up what? How many runs did you say he gave up? 2? 5?
I think I want to say 3 or 4 were probably credited to him. I don't know if that fifth person was wrong. At least 4 or 5.
5? That's a lot.
Yeah, he does have to stay healthy. What's that?
5 is a lot, FD. That's the game's over at that point.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. I didn't want to throw 5 on him if it was really 4.
Oh, okay.
Baker Boy were rolling. Trout is looking more like an MVP each game. He hit 2 more home runs yesterday. I just hope that he doesn't get hurt at some point.
No,
because that's already taken 1 MVP away from him a couple of years ago.
Man, he's really good. Just watching him and I mean, they didn't do anything when we went, but just watching him was like really nice. Him playing the field, Shohei was just batting, but still, just to be in the same area of them, because they're so great at their sport. It's pretty cool.
Well, Trout always looks like it's like he's not stressed about anything. He's just going through his decision making, and when he puts the bat on the ball, he's busting.
He's effortless, man. He has that effortless swing and his speed. He still looks fast. Oh,
you want to talk about this?
Come on, FD, man.
Oh, you want to wait?
Did you even see what Ben Simmons? He ain't even coming back.
No, he's not coming back. So at the end of the day, let's go ahead and pull this up. At the end of the day, right? Brooklyn traded away Harden to not get anything back this year.
Basically, the way it's going, they're looking. Honestly, I don't even think it's. I think it's Steve Nash at this point. I think it's the coach. It's the game plan they came up with. They're going with the same plan the whole 3 games. They're not no ball movement. They're not doing anything. All they did was push KD to the elbow and hope that he could do something off the post. Other than that, they're not adjusting. It's looking bad. I think Steve Nash is going to be out.
Boston is putting everybody on that team at some point in front of KD.
Yeah. Even when they try to run
people, even if you just stick an arm in, you're messing with his flow just a little bit.
Yeah, but dang, I never realized how careless KD is with the ball. Either it's the defense or it's him. Like, just effortless. Just like, swipe, the ball's gone.
So what does this mean? So let's go through what does this mean. So KD still can't win without Golden State.
Right.
What is this starting to mean?
I don't know, man. Maybe he's getting old. That's what the age look like. The age is showing because all his shot. This is frustrating watching it because they could do so much better. I just feel like he's getting out coached at this point, and it looks bad for KD too, because he every time he turns the ball over, he's not even getting back. Just the body language he's having this series.
Yeah, he's I don't know, man. On the press conference the other day, he didn't look too happy at all.
I thought the series was gonna go 7. No, I was gonna go 4. Even if it goes 5, I'll be surprised. But I just
Denver pushed another game today.
Yeah, that was a good game. That was a good game.
Loco says the name that's really the name of the game. Know your cards and prices, and you have a big advantage at card shows. Unless you have to check comps better. Yeah.
I agree.
I just feel like sometimes you put in a lot of work. You have to. Me personally, I'm just gonna speak for me. I have to put in a lot of work to keep that in my mind. Keep it top of mind. Keep it fresh, so that when I see something, I feel like I'm in a better place as far as what decision. So what I did was when I did find something that I thought was a good value, I kind of stepped to the side and re-looked up. I looked up comps on eBay just to verify what I thought I knew, and then confirmed it.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree because you just want to know you want to know everything. Like the last sale, was it a bid, best offer, buy it now? Just know everything about that card and the player. That way you have an idea going in. Okay, well it sold for $20 last week, but it sold for 25 this week. Is it trending up? And then if you're watching if you're watching all the listings and then it just closes in a few minutes after, then you see where it's really at. So it just, I guess, like you saying, knowing the graph, right? Like you always talk about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, knowing the graph, man. What's the slope of that line? You want to jump into that, JD? What's the slope of that line? And how long has it been where it's at? Is it going up? Is it going down? How long has that been the case?
Why is it going up? Why is it going down? There's so many things that come to play when you look at the slope. It's just like, is it going down because the player got hurt? Is it because of the level of play he's playing right now? He's not producing. Off the field drama. Coaches don't like him. There's so many things that come into play. You just gotta really know exactly what's going on.
I just wonder too. So let's talk about like some of the players that are making a difference in the playoffs. Like Jordan Poole is playing
Oh
well,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
His card values are going up.
yeah. I agree.
So is this the time to buy Poole, or,
I
or,
think it's
or, or should people still wait?
I think it's never too late to join the pool party. The way he's playing, the way Golden State's going, they're obviously gonna advance, barring some 2016 collapse.
Now I like Golden State, right?
No, I know.
But I always got to
James.
play. I always got to think through things. So
Yeah.
let's say you're buying Poole right now,
Mm-hmm.
and Golden State doesn't win a championship.
He doesn't win a
Let's,
championship
let's
this
play
year or in
devil's
general.
advocate. What's that?
This in general or this year.
This year.
I'm still buying him. I don't. I mean, just you.
Mhm.
There's you play. You watched. If you watched a game, there's something called the eye test, right?
Okay.
And he passes the eye test for me personally. I think the way he's playing not when I say carefree. I'm not saying like he's turning the ball over. He's just playing with some comfort. He's playing at his pace, and he looks
Yeah.
comfortable out there for a third-year player in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
He's looking good, and just the way he fits in that system, you would think that he's the main person that Golden State's going to, but it's just the way that they're just flowing. Just he looks good. I'm telling you, like just the eye test, he passes for me. Just he's able to shoot, right? He can handle the ball. He could play make. I don't know about defense, but he's able to affect the game in ways that Stephen Curry is. Just because he makes highlights. I on TikTok the other day I was watching just his highlights from Game 3 or Game 2, and man,
Mm-hmm.
just the 15 seconds of watching those highlights, I was just like, okay, that's it. That's all I need to see.
Yeah, Poole is special. Let me hit you with a stat that may shock you, because I love numbers. It may shock most of the people that's here. Right? 56%.
From the field.
No,
Oh,
56% of the players in the playoffs spend time in the G League.
I can see.
Just think about that now. 56% of
Damn, that's
those
half of
players
them.
in this first round running around spend time in the G League. Now we're talking about Poole. We know Poole and Siakam spend time in the G League.
Oh,
Right?
I want to.
Siakam
Yeah.
won with Toronto, had an impressive finals.
Oh, real quick. So
Mm-hmm.
since they didn't get swept, does he make him a superstar?
If who gets swept?
No, I'm saying since Toronto didn't get swept, where do you put Siakam now at the tier? Superstar, All Star, Elite. Where do you put
I
him?
think he's an all-star, but Siakam's game is not consistent.
Okay, so he's like borderline. Like he's in the middle.
And
Okay.
believe me, let me just say this, right? No knock on Siakam. He's come a long way. He has great ability. He can play basketball well. So I'm not sleeping on Siakam. It's very difficult in anything to be as consistent as we're talking about greatness.
Yeah, I
It's
agree.
very difficult. very difficult. So Siakam is a player that I would love to have on a team that I'm rooting for. But is
Would you
he greatness? I don't think that.
would you buy him? Remember we had that discussion. Would you buy him?
I only buy really certain people.
I know,
I
but
have a funnel, man. It's true. I don't
too, man.
Siakam, I've considered him. I started doing research on him during the playoffs, not in the finals when Toronto won. Well, Kawhi, I started doing research on him then, and I said I got to see what is he like when Kawhi leaves.
One player he
And
won most improved.
that's where I'm still at. What's up?
He won most improved, didn't he? Was that the year Kawhi was there or when he left?
I don't remember when he won most improved, but Six Man tells me that you want to be consistent and you're coming off the bench with energy, but that doesn't make me buy someone's card. Most improved.
Yeah, that's different. That's really different. Most improved.
Yeah,
but does he pass the eye test? But he doesn't pass. He doesn't pass the eye test for me.
I would say some games, man. Siakam is very nice. Siakam has length. He can move his feet. He plays decent defense. He finishes at the cup. He does a lot of things that I just think if Siakam was around a very dominant player, you might see a different Siakam.
That's true. That's true.
Because being around Kawhi, we saw something different out of this guy.
I think if Fred VanVleet, whatever, Freddie was a lot like more a scorer, I think, where he could just take the ease off his whatever Pascal, then he'll be a lot better, like you said, like Kawhi.
You saw Freddie got hurt the other day, right?
Yeah, I know, he was pissed. He's ripped the jersey off.
Yeah. That's another guy that I like. His story, how far he's come.
Yeah, undrafted, right?
Yeah, nobody thought anything about him. He's a player. He has some
heart. All-star.
Yeah. I'm a personal fan of his. When I hear stories like that, you don't hear anything about that guy off the court. Yep.
He's a good role model.
All right. So Loco says Shohei's car is on the roller coaster. I've learned to buy him on the dips at this point. Okay, tracking Shohei. All right. Good morning from Ukraine.
Oh.
Stay safe, Army Rangers. Rolling with DFD. Thank you, Ranger Second 75th. Do either of you feel that Steve Nash should have gotten the job as head coach in Brooklyn, considering he had no experience? But let me just say this. But let me just say, in this NBA, there have been several coaches hired with no experience.
I mean, only experience he had was just a player development coach in Golden State. That's it. And he had D'Antoni with him his first 2 years, remember? Mm-hmm. So I mean, I don't know. I just feel like he's learning on the fly, and unfortunately, he's not adjusting correctly right now. So it makes it look like he has no.
You think Brooklyn's situation is Steve Nash?
I mean, yeah, kind of. I mean, look at the rotate. You even talked about last week the rotation that he's put in. He's barely playing Blake. He's not playing Aldridge at all.
Blake played last game. Played pretty well.
Yeah.
I always ask the question, like, why is Blake not playing? Is there something that we don't know about?
That's what I'm saying. Like, his rotations are crazy. I mean, you know that they're
What about Minnesota's coach?
Oh.
Memphis went on 2 runs.
Yeah,
one a 14-0 run.
And he didn't call a timeout, right?
What's that?
There was a run where he didn't call a timeout at all.
Yeah, they went on a 14-0 run, and they went on a 21-0 run, and this man did not call the timeout. He was like chilling.
He tried to do this Phil Jackson thing. Just let him play through it. It didn't work.
Yeah, but you can do that when you got Scotty and Ron Harper, and Horace Grant, and Tony Kukoc. You can do that. Minnesota, who's their most experienced player? Patrick Beverly?
Yeah, that's not a good experience.
You got a lot of guys running around there. Man, they probably looking to the sideline like, coach.
Call a timeout. A 20-0 run. I'll call my own timeout at that point. I
think a more experienced player probably would.
Yeah,
I just don't see anyone on that team doing that.
So, perfect example. I was in a rec league maybe 2 weeks ago. we're up, right? We're up 6, and they went on a 8-0 run. I wanted to call timeout because they took the league over. Took over, and my team was like, no, let's just play through. I was like, no, like all the momentum, we lost it, and guess what happened? We lost the game because they didn't want to stop it right there. You just gotta stop the bleeding when possible.
I think so too. But JD, I'm gonna have to come through and watch you ball, man.
Oh man,
You
I'm
balling?
trying to.
You playing point? What you running?
Come on, man. I play point. I'm not as good at it anymore, FD. All right.
Are y'all
So
full
those,
court? Half court? What you doing?
I only play full court, FD. I can't play
Okay.
half court, man. That's how I get away with these winning some games because people get tired. you
Yeah,
know.
yeah, a lot can happen. People start getting tired. Yeah. Okay. Are you okay? I'm interested in this. I want to see
No,
how this thing.
I really want to try to get like at least a pickup game with everybody in the hobby in the summer. Just one game,
I
I
think
think
people
I,
would be interested in that.
I think they're doing that the next premiere show at the Boys and Girls Club. They do that. They do like a
Hey,
pickup
you
game
want to play
after the
ball
show.
afterwards? Want to play
Yeah,
afterwards?
yeah, yeah. They play full court. Like they had like Sasha, Ricky the Collector. They had everybody over there. I was like,
Okay.
man, me and FD got to pull up and show them what we're about.
Sasha has some game, right? He got a decent jump.
Yeah, man, I'll tell you like this: if we ever had to go against like any of the other people in the hobby, I think we'll be all right.
I'm,
You
I'm
know?
just running the court, playing defense, and trying to clean some glass.
Yeah, man, you just clean up get the rebounds outlet. That's it.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Play
all
big.
about.
We'll be all
Trying
right.
to help distribute that thing. That's what I'm all about. Right? Wake and Break says, yo,
Oh
blessing FD
yes.
and JD. Tapping the live, driving through Shasta Lake Road, tripping. It's an adventure. Excited to see y'all at Del Mar. Yeah, it'd be cool to see you,
I
man.
know, man. Lunch
Wake and
on
Break.
me.
Tell us when you get in. When are you getting in? You getting in on that Friday or when you getting in?
Lunch on me. I already told him. Whatever you want that day is on me.
Yeah, we'll kick it with them. Loco says, do you either of you use market movers or card letter? Which one would you recommend?
I like card ladder a lot, but you got to pay the premium. If you don't get the premium, it's really not that. It's still good, but at least
Still
if you
decent.
pay,
Still
it's still
decent.
decent. But I
Yeah.
didn't know that eBay has one now. Did you know that?
Mm-hmm.
If you pay the
Yeah, I heard
premium,
about
that
Yeah, I
one's
heard about
good too. That one's really good because eBay's the king. So I saw who had it. I was at the SF show. Oh, Dynasty EJ had it, and he was just showing
Okay.
me, and I was like, "Geez, you see all of the comps like 6-7 years ago, and it's
There you
accurate."
go.
So I think
I know there's a
card ladder is
graph.
cool. Yeah, the
Graph. You
graph
can
it
graph.
shows a graph. Yeah,
Yeah.
card ladder. I love card ladder. I mean, I'm not just saying that because they help me out. I'm just like they're actually a good app to use. Like if you really if you know your graph and what you're looking at, you're able to see exactly where the dip, or where it's going up and down, and you just see why it went down at that time, and it gives you the pop count too.
Yeah, it does. So what I would recommend, this is what I always do, right? Like I've used every one. I've used market movers, card ladder, alt,
I like all
eBay,
too.
130 point. I've used everything.
Yeah,
Just so I know how to navigate if I need to look at something, how to find something. What are the pros and cons of each? Um, and then how do I move my way around in each? Because you just never
yeah.
know.
What
You
about
know.
what about Center Stage and my favorite Collects app? How do you feel about the apps
I
where you
haven't
just
I haven't
scan the
used
card?
both of those. I
Oh,
haven't
you
used
haven't
both of
yet?
those. Nope.
Try
So
it.
that means now that I need to get on that before we talk again.
Try it. Like everything, it has its flaws, but
You
at
take some
least it's
notes
a
down.
good way. It's a good way of It's easier instead of typing it, right? You just take a picture of it, and most of the time they give you the at least close to the recent comp or the recent sale. So, like you said,
When you take a
everything.
picture, are you giving you raw information as well?
Yeah. So it depends what it is. So Collects app is the same thing. They're getting better and better each time. So
Oh, okay. I think I've seen the Collects app.
yeah, I did an interview with
But I
them,
haven't
so
done it myself. Yeah.
yeah, it's cool. I met them at the Philly show when I went,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a cool app. It's still in developing process, which then everything is, but at least they're trying
Yep.
to do something, and I think
Yep.
that's the most important thing.
Well, I think the cool thing there is that once you scan a card, you can go from. Correct me if I'm wrong. raw to different grades of cars by
Yeah.
slab company. Yes. So I've
And
seen
then
this. I just haven't used it
yeah.
myself.
And then if let's say you took a picture and it's yours, you could put it in your inventory and then you could sell it or you could trade for it, online. So they have a market for it too. So it's like you're able to take the picture of it and boom, it's already online for you to sell if you wanted to.
I always wonder when you have new companies, right? How do they
Uh-huh.
drive people? How do you drive people there?
I don't know. You tell, man. This is a good one. This is a good one because I want to ask you
Yeah.
this. I want to ask you this because there's a lot of products out right now, right?
Mhm.
There's a lot of the bags, the apps, all those things that people are trying to bring out for the hobby. How do you drive that? How do you get the momentum? And I want to ask you that too, because this is a really good subject because a lot of people are coming out with all these things and all these ideas, everything. But how do you push it the right way, in your opinion?
I would think that you have to get someone to advocate for you. You got to get someone
Mm,
to try it, understand how it works, advocate for you, be a proponent of it, spread the word, get other people to try it, understand what their testimonials are, and then like be upfront. At least in my mind, right? Be upfront on what are the pros and the cons, what are the strengths and the weaknesses of this source,
I agree.
and then you keep hitting that drum over and over and over again, and taking feedback and trying to get better and keep going. Something positive has to come out of that.
So let me ask you this. I'll give you an example. I can't do. Let's say you and me wanted to start. What can we do? Like okay, our park, the show. How can we push it to where more viewers, we get more viewers and more engagement? You know what I mean? Stuff like that. Because I see a lot of these. I see a lot of brands trying to do it, and I just feel like the direction they're going to sometimes is the wrong way. In my opinion, though, sometimes I think you just gotta get straight to the source, and like you said, have somebody promote it for you as well, right?
Well, let me ask this question though. So let's back up. So those who, let's say, company X is
Uh
trying to spread the word about their product. Do they have people there that collect in the hobby really talking to people?
Oh, that's why you got to get the right people. If not, then you're just
I would
wasting
think
your
that.
time.
This is anything though, JD. This is if I'm working on cars, I want to start a car business. Like, do I have trained and ready mechanics who do I, is there a potential manager in the group? There's a lot of things to think about, but you got to have somebody around that on a regular basis and a group of people who are going in the same direction. And that's just my thought. I mean, I don't
I
know. I
think
guess you could do it with intelligent people who come in and bring their wisdom from their individual industry. So maybe
but
someone
who
has been in
we
retail, someone has been in this field, someone has have this background. You bring them together. But I mean, I always think it's cool to have someone that's in the trenches of what is going on.
yeah, that goes back to your team. I mean, right? You gotta. I feel like. I mean, I'm just gonna be honest. Like, I only talk to like three people in the hobby that I'm like close with, right? And that's one of you, and then I'm all right, thank you. My nephew, and then Christian. Like, you gotta have that person where those people you could talk to with ideas, and they're gonna be honest with you.
Yeah, you gotta
That
have
way.
to me. I That's why I always say I like having conversations with people that don't think like me. Like you got to have people that's going to give you the real about what they're thinking,
Yeah, and don't be
not just
afraid
kind of
either.
like not just bobblehead. Like JD, you said, what? Yeah, I think that's great, man. Can't just be that.
No,
Like
trust
if
me.
you're saying something and it's great, then you want somebody around you to say, I think that's a great idea. If you're saying something or I'm saying something that's like out there, you want somebody to say, I don't. Can you run that by me again? I don't really see. How does that work? You kind of want that.
Yeah, I no yes man basically, right? Just be real.
No
I mean,
yes, no yes man, no yes woman.
yes sir.
We want to get the real, right? We want to get the real deal when we're talking.
Yeah,
And nobody
cuz
feels the hurt. Like, and you want these situations to be well, we can have these kind of conversations. Nobody's taking this personally. We're trying to get something done here.
no, I
You
agree.
know, you get
100%
me
agree.
fired up, man, talking about this kind of stuff. I mean, it's
Because this is what the hobby needs to hear is just like it's cool you have all these you have a good following, right? But if you listen to 1,000 people, you're gonna be all over the place, you
Mhm.
know. So that's why you just keep that circle tight as possible, because at the end of the day, those are the only people that are really gonna have your back.
Yep.
So I mean, I just wanted to know, because there's, like I said, there's a lot of products that are coming out, and I'm not the best, and I'm not saying I'm the best market person or anything, because I'm still struggling with my stuff too. But just looking from the outside looking in, there's ways you can help other people that I feel like, So it's just crazy.
Well, I mean, I think if anything you're doing, just a human characteristic it is. If you're getting gas to that thing repeatedly and consistently, and you're striving to do more and do more better, muscle memory is going to take place, right?
Yes.
Mental brain memory is going to take place. Well, you're starting to get better at what you do. You're starting to think about things a certain way, and stay rooted in what's going on. I've had jobs before. I stay rooted in some things, like just what is really going on. I'm not one of these people to go into an office and sit down behind a computer and be like, I think I'm sound on what's happening around here. No, I still need to get out, talk to some people, find out what's going on. It's like when we go to shows. There's a bunch of information that is exchanged at a show. It can be verbal, it can be nonverbal. Uh, Somebody may tell you about something. Hey, maybe we might want to pay attention to JD the Collector's rookie card, man. His performance. I've seen some uptake, and you're like, oh, okay. I wasn't looking at that. I was over here looking at this. There's a
Yeah.
bunch of stuff that goes on.
Yeah. Depends where you want to look. Yeah, that's 100%. I agree. I agree. Is this cool? I mean, I just see a lot of all these products coming out, and it's just not coming. It's just crazy. I'm just waiting for that one piece the collects
Mhm.
app, center stage, all of them. I'm just like, man, I just want the hobby to be at a spot place where everybody's successful. You know?
Well, the data in your hand. If you go back 4 years ago, did you have this data in your hand?
No.
No. So you're going to have a lot of people with different ideas about how to bring that data to you. And just like anything that starts out new, the market itself is going to drive to what the market is going to speak and drive to what is the accepted platform or platforms that we're going to use. So right now it's 2022. We don't know in 2024, 2025 what's going to be used and what are some things people say. Now I don't like that because XYZ, and then you have a lot of people saying that. Then it's significant to what a course is going to take it.
No, I agree. 100% agree, because you don't know what
Just
the
like
future is
you
going to hold.
talk about grading companies. There are several grading companies now that I just saw a new grading company this last show. I can't remember the name of it right now.
There's always a new grading company, FD.
Yeah.
There's always, but the key to everything is just being consistent. That's all it is. Like you said, okay, you said it perfectly. You saw a new grading company this past weekend. When's the next time you're gonna see it?
I don't
That's
know. I
that's the
hadn't seen it
thing.
up until
Just being
then.
consistent is probably the key to everything, not just in the hobby, just in life in general. Just trying to be
And it's just
working.
tweaking because I remember when people had
Yeah.
PSA slabs and it was like, man, that paper top I just don't like. PSA did something about
Yeah. I'm looking at it right now. Yeah, I don't. It looks too plain. But I mean, that's what everybody that. But that's where the market is driving to.
that.
You know.
So we got Baker Boy saying Tatum is looking good. Yes, he is.
Yeah. This
He looked
I
good.
saw.
He looked good last year during the playoffs.
No, but it helps when you have Jalen Brown is going crazy. I didn't. I didn't realize how skilled he was. I mean,
Oh,
skill.
his jump shot has gotten better. There's a lot of
But
things about his game that's gotten better.
I'm talking about between the legs, step back, and just effortlessly. He went on
I
like
tell
an
you,
8-0 run at the end of the game.
He's somewhat working on his game.
You know what they say, FD. The Boston Celtics have T-Mac and Kobe 2.0. Do you see it?
So who's Kobe?
Tatum.
Okay.
Tatum, and then you got Brown as T-Mac, and man, they look good.
They look good, but let me just say this. I think they got probably 3 or 4 more years of consistent work before I can jump on it with that T-Mac and Kobe
I
thing.
know, but I'm just saying, man, that's the closest we're ever gonna get to them actually playing together. Just the way they're
I can see
playing.
that. They're both skilled. They're taller guys. I can see that.
This is crazy. The progression Jalen Brown had, because at one point I thought he was gone. Because when Kyrie was with the Celtics, I followed. I followed him religiously as well. And man, just to see where he's at, where he was at 2-3 years ago to where he's at now, man, he jumped out a lot. Especially Tatum
True.
too,
True.
just
Tatum is balling.
effortless.
Yeah, this dude's a baller. They got something to prove. Smart's defensive player of the year.
He's playing. They're all playing. But you know what they kept saying on Twitter the other day when I watch Twitter. I go through Twitter and I watch the game at the same time because I like seeing just different perspectives. The word they kept saying is continuity.
Mm-hmm.
And it's true. Like it's 100% true. Like they're all, you could just tell the chemistry is there with the
It is.
Celtics
It
like
is.
and that's how you win championships is
Well,
chemistry.
you got to ask the question now, though. How do the Celtics win a championship? On what roster do they need to do that?
I think if they could, I mean,
I wish Williams III was still playing like he
no, he
was
played
last.
yesterday. He played solid.
He did. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I
I
think,
like him as a young center.
but see now next round if they play against if they get past, let's say if they get past this round and they play the Bucks or the Bulls, like stopping Giannis is a completely different monster from KD. He's gonna
Yeah. Yeah.
he's gonna be physical. He don't care. Like you gonna play that defense, he's just gonna run through that zone or whatever that wall.
Well, KD most of the time is playing outside in. Giannis switches that thing up, and we'll see. They're gonna throw some fouls at him, throw some people at him. We'll see.
They have to.
We'll see. So James asked the question: does Tim Duncan do signs? Not that I know of. Doesn't sign a
I'm,
lot. It'd be interesting to see in the future. Will he sign more with certain card releases? We don't know. We'll see. Loco, I always love Loco's comedy. Right? Tim Duncan has the most fundamental signature in the game.
I never seen the Tim Duncan sign card ever.
Oh, he's called the Big Fundamental, right? That's his nickname.
Oh, I know, but big fun. I just want to see his auto since everybody's talking about it.
Well, it's cool. It looks like he takes it's unique to him. Let me say, it doesn't look like some of these guys who are all signing JM or JJ.
Did you see a sports card investor? They had like the best 10 autos, and then this week they showed the worst 10 autos ever. Oh my god, the effort some of these players that they were showing was just crazy. Yeah, I thought it was creative. His initials AM, and the way he did it, like it was the A, and he's trying to make it to the M, but it just looked sloppy. They just put like a line. I was like, man, you guys don't. And guess what? Those people that have the worst 10 autos, they're not even in the league or ever made an impact in the game at their
It's
sport.
interesting how that works, man. There was a time where people really took pride in their signature.
I
You
would
see some
too.
old basketball, like Sam Jones. You see some of these guys' signature, man. It's like artwork, just the way they write their name.
Kareem is
Yeah,
nice.
yeah. Even
Kareem
when
is so
he used to
nice.
sign Lou Alcindor. It's a
Yeah,
great looking
his is
artwork.
so nice. Who was the other? Bill Russell. He'll spell his whole name
Yeah, Bill
out.
Russell. Yeah, Bob
Yep.
Cousy. All these old guys are like taking their time. Pete Maravich. All these guys are taking their time. Even in baseball, people took their time. Lou Brock, Hank Aaron, Willie Mays.
Yeah, because
So
they're signing on baseballs. Yeah.
Jackie Robinson is very clear, clean. He has a slant to his autograph. Not anymore.
But you know who has a really good one right now? I like Stephen Curry's auto. His
Oh,
auto's
yeah, it's
really
cool.
nice.
Yeah. With the 30 in it.
Yeah.
So Loco says he's down for a pickup game. He wants to be on my team. We're gonna dominate the
Oh
host.
man. Man, me and FD got to be on the same team, man. We can't be separate. Y'all trying to break us apart. That's what y'all trying to do.
People are taking me back in time right now, man. I haven't played basketball really in a group like that in quite a while. I'd be down for it.
I'm sure G got some game too. He tell him he got to play.
We'll bring him in. Loco says he saw the tournament in Atlanta at the Coach Collision. I think we'd be all right. Myself.
Oh yeah, I saw that. They had
good.
who was it? Rolf Cards, Kenneth, and all of them. They're all there hooping. So it's cool. And all
Those
I
could
know,
be fun.
you just gotta come correct if you're gonna play in the hobby because you don't want to. Cameras are gonna be all over the place. So
And people posting that, bro. As soon as you shoot a broke shot, dude, that's all over
oh
the country.
man, I know they're gonna say, "Dang, the market just went down on JD's shot."
That's funny. We got 2 goals, 1 episode. Good time.
Oh, what's up,
Christian,
Christian?
thank you very much. Appreciate you. The Reverend Rips. What is going on, FD and JD? What's happening, man?
What's up,
What's
Mr.
happening?
Reverend?
We got
Shark
Shark Tank. What's happening
man.
on Shark Tank? But don't accept any first offer from Mr. Wonderful.
That guy's
Oh,
crazy
you saw
too.
that, right? Did you
Yeah.
see the young man? So this $500,000 sold company.
Who?
That was a young man on Shark Tank. I don't know if this is old. I don't think so. He sold his company for $500,000 on Shark Tank.
$500,000. Jeez. Why
If
not?
somebody's offering you that money, I don't know what you think about. Like, why are they offering me that money?
No, I mean it depends. I mean,
The rule of life, you never take the first offer, JD.
No, of course not. But okay? Perfect example. I was at somebody. We were at a show one day, and somebody said I sold this car for X amount of money. I was like, okay, that's cool. That sounds like retirement money. I'm like, okay, forget this. I'm gonna retire, do this and that. He was at that age where you could retire. He's like, I'm done. I'm just gonna do what I want to do. And then he goes, oh well, I just wanted to put it back in the hobby just to continue it to grow. I'm like, man, if I had all that money, see, this is how did you determine if you're good with your money or not. If you get all that amount of money and you flip it to make it more, you know what I mean? But man,
I'm always in the mindset of making a move on something, but maybe that's because I'm in this stage of my life.
yeah.
I do not know. But if I'm selling something, I'm doing something with that.
Yeah, exactly.
So maybe in 30 years, my mindset might be different. I don't know.
Exactly.
When Junior's a grown man, and then we sit down and talk about because he already has a mind on, and I can tell Robert does too. And then G and I talk through stuff. We'll probably all huddle up, and be like, you know what, this so and so card is selling for this. What do y'all think? You think about turning that in, cashing out on it?
Can you imagine that? That might pay. There might be a card. What's that card you bought at Card Stock? That there might be a card last week.
The Kobe card.
Yeah, because Christian comment on there. But I'm just saying, like, can you imagine there's a card one day where it just pays for every like juniors, college, or whatever it may want to be? Like, like if you ever get to that point.
Yeah, it could that could be. So the background on this, right? Let's jump into the background on this card.
He said hashtag light work. Hashtag light work. FD, come on, man.
Christian, by the way, I saw the big Kobe Stardate BGS True Gem purchase FD. Wowza. Light work. Hashtag light work. So the background on this is I think we tried to explain it in the episode. But I've looked at that card for months, man.
Mm-hmm.
For a long time. I've done a lot of research on that card. And I always knew it came down to the subgrades in the BGS. Right? So, like, I've seen a lot of cards that may have a 9 of one of those subgrades and then all 9.5s. Or it may have a 9 and a 10 and then 2 9.5s. So I already knew in my head that having 4 9.5s is like, it's different.
Yeah.
And then Johnny King, man, him and I, we talk a lot. We talk almost every show. I'm by his table talking about something. We're talking about sports, so we're talking about cars. And the last big car, I bought a few small cars from him, small in value that is, but they were sentimental to me. There was a Kobe Start die cut that I bought from him, some other stuff. But the last big card I bought from him was a Pop 2 Jason Tatum at the first Card Stock show. The very first one that was outside.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I remember that.
So I picked a Tatum card up from him at that show, and then we've just had conversations ever since. We think similarly about cards, rarity.
You're talking about the show that was in by the park, right? Well, it's not a park, but it was outside. Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
Oh, yeah,
and I know now Card Stock is coming up on 1 year anniversary. it was cool to be at the first show. But so all that kind of came together, and I thought of once I was driving home, I thought about we talk about maturing relationships with people in the hobby. It could be another seller, it could be another buyer, it could be just really anyone. And King and I went through that conversation. Never looked at comps because I already knew what that car would be selling for.
Yeah.
We never went through comps on that deal.
But that's just what you just. But see, that's the difference. You already knew what you want. You already knew about the car. Like we went back. We'll go back to it real quick. You knew when the last date, last sold, if it's one ending right now, if someone does best offer, auction, whatever it may be, and that's the beauty of it too, is that you know what you're going into. So you don't even pull out your phone now. At this point, is just FD just negotiating to the point where. Yeah, we're just talking, and I think that's how it should be. But at the same time, if you don't know, I don't blame you because you don't want to walk out of that deal like, man, did I overpay? Did I under? You don't want the relationship to still be there on both sides.
And King is that kind of person, man. I mean,
yeah.
I've been at his table. He'll tell some people some stuff that they don't know and have not researched. He's just like that.
Yeah.
So that was but I was actually shocked when we walked up. I came in that day. I just told G when we left the car, I'm going to be here, probably not buy anything.
Are you looking to buy anything next week?
No, not that. Oh, at Del Mar? At Del Mar, we're going to do some different stuff that we're going to look into possibly grading some cars.
Okay, cool. So Saturday, let's do something on Saturday because my nephew wants to turn in some toys.
Cool.
To grade. So cool. I mean, let's do something that day because I'll be there Saturday and I might be there Sunday if everything goes well. So we'll see. And I don't know what I want to do either next week. I don't know if I want to buy or if I want to sell, but we'll see.
Yeah, it'll come to you. We got trade night and we got 3 days of a show, 2.5 days of a show.
And then they got a Burbank show that Monday.
Yeah, Monday is trade night at Burbank.
Oh my god!
Are you going to that?
Probably. I mean, it's up the street.
I plan to be there. Yeah, I plan to be there.
It's up the street, so I'll sneak by. Do a little networking.
Yeah.
The stars are coming to the West Coast this weekend. So
I'll be there to walk around and say hello and meet some new people. I'm pretty sure there'll be some new people there. That's what it's all about. Hey, I appreciate people bringing up the EX2000. It's a car that I thought would never have in my PC. Tell you the truth. You remember what the value on that car was 2 years ago?
What was it?
Oh man, 15 to 20.
Where's it at now?
I went to a show. I know I'm speaking fact. I went to a show. Oh man, probably end of 2021, like a little bit before Halloween, and that was still a five-figure car. And I remember seeing it.
Card, damn.
Yeah, and I remember seeing it at the show and thinking, like, man, one day, one day.
Damn, a 5-figure card. That's gonna be crazy. Well, 5-figure card. Can you imagine one day just selling a card for 5 figures, let alone 4 figures? That's straight. Oh my goodness, I can't wait. Those days, man, I can't wait for those days.
Well, JD, everything changes.
I know.
Before the pandemic, the Jordan Rookie and the PSA 10 was like a $45,000-$50,000 car.
Yeah, now it's worth
$280,000, $300,000, somewhere around that. Went up to $700,000 and something at one point.
I don't know if I asked you this, but do you ever just look at the card and just the value of that Jordan card, like, man, it's worth $280,000, like that's a house, or like that's something that I could use that money for to start a business or anything? Do you ever think like, okay, maybe if I did that, I'll be in a different space?
No, I look at the Jordan card and says, what's the next one coming?
So you want to move on to something bigger?
There's something coming that's going to be 300, 400, $500,000. It could be a player that's playing right now. It could be a player that's still in high school, elementary school, but it's coming.
Oh, okay. I know what you're saying. But I'm saying, are you going to put that money towards that player, or are you going to like try to divide it up and all that stuff?
I'm trying. I'm JD. I'm always my strategy is always to try to get in on a car early.
Uh-huh.
And I always say this. So I want everybody out there to know. Every card was $1,000 at one point,
Of
$750,
of course.
right? In the hobby, we pay a lot of attention to the big dollar cars. But there are some cars, man, that I can remember that people weren't talking about, really weren't talking about a lot
Yeah,
when it
no,
was valued much less.
I agree.
How do you get in on those cars when they're valued much less? What's your strategy? How do you find them?
How do you find it? Like, how do you even come up with that idea?
You got to have a
You know,
strategy because these cars are coming, man.
and can you imagine a few years from now?
I
What's
can
our
remember
favorite?
when the Hornets Wagner was the only $1 million car. That's
Cra
no longer the case. It's stuff. It's some modern stuff
Luca.
that's caught up with some vintage stuff and surpassed it.
Remember that Luca? There was a Luca that sold for like almost close to $1 million. I don't remember what it was, but it was a Luca. Or
Mhm.
I don't know if you saw it was the one with KD and Kobe. I know he's not gonna sell it, but I'm just saying, can you imagine how much that was? That's gonna be worth?
Now let me ask you this question, right? Baker says FD fell in love with the Star Day. It's a nice car. I'm humbled by it, right? Whenever I can add something to my PC that car came out, man. I was 21 years old. I can remember that car. So I'm just humbled by that. It's a blessing to be able to add something like that, make an investment on that level with that kind of car because it
Yeah,
looks great. When you bounce that thing in the light, it just looks
yeah.
great.
This shine's different.
Yeah. And then to have that surface that easily is scratched and it's clean, it's just different, man. So, but I'm the kind of person, man. I know I'm different than most collectors and people in the hobby, right? I buy something, it immediately goes into storage.
Well, who does that recently? Jay from Premiere. He just be posting the craziest cars I never
Oh yeah, I
have.
saw a post he put up today. I love Jack. Yeah,
Man, Dito J is crazy. I'll just tell
he
you that
has the knowledge though, man. He can see a car, find a car. He knows how to negotiate.
they don't use
He's
comps. he he pushes me he pushes everybody. Don't use comps. Just like negotiate what you know. I was like, dang. But his every because he started his new Instagram page, the vaulted one, and man, the stuff that he just be putting up there, I'm just looking at it like, geez, what do
let
you?
me make sure.
He
Let
had
me
a
make sure I follow the
he had
vaulted
a
one.
yeah he had a Riley auto, something crazy. It was a coach one. I forgot which coach it was, but man, I was like, where did he come up with these ideas? You know what I mean? It's just crazy.
What's the name of that? What's the name of the IG
It's
page?
called vaulted underscore car collection. I'll send it to you right now. But yeah, it's crazy because all the stuff that he puts in there, I'm just like, man, like where do you have like where do you, that? I guess that just comes with the knowledge that you come with,
I'm
right? And
scrolling through this right now. This is impressive.
I'm like, geez, got it. Oh look,
But
he has a Tim
he is the
Duncan
person.
auto.
Just like I'm talking about, I had a
Oh,
conversation with King and didn't talk about.
I don't
So
know. It's a
let's look.
Pat Riley.
Yeah, but just like I just talked about having a conversation with someone on a car and not looking at like he's the master of that.
He's a goat. He's
Yeah, he
right.
really I
Like
mean, we
Vito J
preach it all
he's
know
really
that Jay
good.
is GOAT, man.
No,
And I'm humble, bro. That he has knowledge that we all can learn from.
yeah. Like when I did his interview with him, like I forgot it was still an interview because of the way I was talking to him and Ken. I was like, geez, like this guy is as he's telling me all these cars that came out, how it's the value, this and that, like how you could get it. I'm like, what in the world? What do you how do you just come up with all this information like that? Like effortlessly.
He has
And
the
I
information.
you just sit back and just like, man, this guy's really good. I mean, Jerry, I'm still going through it. Jerry Bus Auto, Casey Jones, like all these things. Look, you got a Craig Sager. Like, is this stuff that you don't think about that's gonna be valuable in the future? I'm like Ernie Johnson, probably the best. Um, what is he? Host ever, in my opinion, right?
Yeah, yeah, been
So
getting at it for years. Yep.
it's just crazy.
So we got just to go back, the Reverend Rip said the Luca card you were talking about was 4.2 million. Paul says Giannis Logo Man hit a meal. Guy who owns the LCS I do group subs with ripped it, then sold it for like 250K. He'd be mad, but he has a T206 Wagner, so yeah.
Insane.
Both of these are great cars, man. But let me just ask this question: like, I can see why he sold the car for 250.
Why?
It's just always something to me that wants to hold something to see what is it about to do. Now I've never pulled a card on this level, so this is a heck of a card to pull.
A Logo Man, Giannis. He's probably the way he's going. He's probably going to be one of the greatest players. The way he's looking right now.
He's definitely going to be top 10. Maybe move into top 7.
Yeah. That means he's better than LeBron. I
don't know, man. I don't know.
He passes the eye test. He has a personality. He has a swag to it.
Giannis is legit.
Legit. He's humble.
He keeps working on his game. He's shooting jump shots, shooting threes. He's legit.
He's marketable, obviously, by the shoe. You know, Nike got his own personal shoe, so he's really good. Like he's getting ready to take over the NBA when LeBron and KD leaves. If not, he already taken it over.
I just wonder. I don't know. You know, KD. I just want to see KD win a championship, not in the Golden State uniform.
Well, I want to see Kyrie win a championship too, but it's not looking good this year.
That's a good segue to this question. Sylvester Boston, do you think the value of Trae Young and Kyrie Irving, car value will go down because of the way they are playing in the playoffs?
I mean, I'm just gonna be honest with you, FD. Kyrie don't really got a. Can you name anybody else besides me that collects Kyrie like that? So you see a lot of people collect Trae Young.
Mm-hmm.
So the market for Kyrie is always going to be low just because the stuff that he be doing. You know, he's off the wall. But for me, that's going to be always my PC no matter what. Because
you told me that was your PC person, I didn't have one question. No, not at all. No, I'm serious. I didn't have one question. I know if you're collecting Kyrie, you are a real deal fan of Kyrie.
Yeah, I mean, I wish I could. I have the shoes. I have everything just falls into place, you know. So it's just one of those things where you just fall in love with the way. I mean, yeah, he's crazy, but it's the way he plays. You know, you want to, you know, it's just relatable to an extent. I'm not saying I got crazy. Hey, FD, I don't want nobody coming on me if we ever play a pickup game that like I'm gonna play like Kyrie or anything where I'm like doing dribble and pulling up from half court or anything like that, doing fancy layups. All right, maybe a few years ago, not anymore.
Yeah, he has the skills. To the moon, what's up? I'm glad that you're here. How you doing? Let me know what's new and exciting. Also, let me know if you're making any trips soon. Just let me know. Believe me, if you're not, I completely understand. Brendan, that's right. Buy the ticket, take the ride. That Jason Dominguez card is ludicrous to me.
Man.
Well, let's see. What is Jason Dominguez doing? Just for giggles. Now that we're on this topic.
That's why, man, he's not in the league. If that's what you're saying, he's not in the major. He's not playing majors right now.
Why not?
I don't know. I mean, I don't think the Yankees need him yet.
So he is in Tampa, right?
Doing nothing. He's just doing him. FD. He's just chilling.
He's batting 204 in Tampa.
That's not good.
It's hard. I can only imagine. Jason Dominguez is. I can only imagine, man. He is. He's probably under a lot of pressure. He's 19 years old. Yeah. Probably under tremendous pressure to be successful. There's some high dollar values connected to his cards. Things have sold at big dollars.
Yeah. Surprising. He never played a game. They're just going off hype.
That's insane. A lot.
That's like this is how LeBron would have been in 2002, 2003.
I can't imagine if it was like today when he came out.
That's what I'm saying. Can you imagine? So
Can't imagine.
Jason Dominguez is probably what LeBron would have been if we would the hobby was back where is that now. Can you
I
imagine?
just wish when these things go down, right? I wish the best for the individual. If Jason Dominguez is a great player or not, I mean that's cool, but I just want him to be okay. It's a lot of pressure being an athlete. I haven't been an athlete on that level. Well, people are expecting for you to show up at 18, 19 and just my freshman year of college, people expecting me to be an All American or something. I couldn't even imagine that. So I just wish the best for
But
him.
that separates the best from the being average for being the greatest of all time, right? Would you say? Would you
I
want all
just
that
think that
pressure?
I think when you're at a certain stage in your life, really any stage is rough. But when you're 19 years old, 20 years old, and you have that kind of pressure on you, that's not good, man. It's not good for your total development and your,
That's
you know,
true.
where's your mind at, and what are people saying to you? How do you
That's
value
yeah,
yourself? This is like
yeah,
this real stuff.
yeah.
I would
I
hate
think
for someone to. I would hate for Jason Dominguez to think that he's only a baseball player.
that's it. But that's you like you said a few seconds ago is who people are talking to you and how you value yourself. Like that. That's the biggest thing is if you're able to just love yourself because at the end of the day that's all that truly matters, and then
Yep.
it's the people your surroundings who how they're telling you like oh you got to hurry up and get you got to get there because the real money is when you start playing for the Yankees because the market's going to be there, obviously all the sponsorships. So I mean I guess this is what LeBron probably went through in the beginning of his stage before he jumped into
Yeah,
the
I'm pretty
NBA.
sure it was not easy for him.
Because I'm sure they're like, no, just go to college. We'll pay. Oh, can you imagine? Go to college, we'll pay for all your thing. And this is when Boostin was like boosted. You know what I mean? With like Reggie Bush and everything. So it would have
Yeah,
been crazy.
yeah, it would have been. Smoother said, was it a Luca logo man that sold for $1 million?
I think it was a. Which one was it? Let me see where it was at.
Well, we
Somebody
talked
was.
about it earlier. Yeah, the Shield
Yeah,
Auto.
Shield. Yeah,
Giannis is actually doing this in Milwaukee. That is impressive. That is very impressive. I think it just speaks to his talent. You got to think they destroyed the Bulls the other day by 30 points.
he's in. I'm. I'm starting to get to a point
And
where all
his
right,
brother,
Giannis is good.
was dunking on people.
I know. It's
See,
a
this
guy.
is what happens when you're talking about when you have a player like that and he's in your huddle, he's on your team. It makes you want to take yourself to the next level.
Yeah, because it's he only wants best for you too. He's legit there for you.
Costco is in the house, man. What's up, FD and JD? How you doing,
What's up,
sir?
Ken?
Glad that you're
Ken?
here, bro. Yeah,
Oh,
glad you're here.
he's the one that sets up the pickup games after premiere. So I gotta talk to him.
At Costco, we were talking about having a pickup game after the next premiere.
Yeah, he does. He's the one that sets it up, and I'm off that day. So guess what? I'm gonna be there. If they set it up, I'm gonna come in with some nice Kyries, and I'm ready to go. Stretch a little bit. Probably put
Stretch a
up.
lot. Stretch a lot, JD. Get
Stretch.
ready. Don't stretch a little bit, dog. Get ready.
You gotta stretch like 30. You gotta stretch during the show just to get loose.
Right? Somebody's like, man, what is he doing? Oh, I'm getting ready for this game.
He's like, like, hold on.
Yeah.
I'll come to cards later. Let me just get this, stretching is important in life.
All about hamstrings and calves. Get them hamstrings right before you start running that court, trying to jump.
Oh my God.
Be looking like Carmelo Anthony. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
Jumping,
man.
I don't even want to talk about the Lakers. Colorado Sports Stu, hi y'all. Congrats on the awesome Kobe card you picked up. Thank you very much, sir. Again, we were talking about earlier just how humbling that is because it's a card that I've looked at for a while. It was just a fortunate opportunity. Great to be a part of it. The Reverend Rips, J Dom will be a trade piece for the Yanks. Yes,
I hope not, man. We haven't had a player that like came through our farm system since like that made an impact since Derek Jeter. I mean, Aaron Judge is doing his thing, but he hasn't gave us any rings yet. So I mean, the Yankees are always gonna be doing that. They'll trade him for probably Mike Trout or something. I'm just throwing names out. you know. So I don't like it.
Dominguez for Trout.
I don't know. I mean, I'm just
I
throwing
think
names
Orange
out
County
there.
would just you would just see Orange County. You could probably step out your house and look and see something happening in the direction of Orange County.
Yeah, he's insane.
Sylvester says Giannis is a great player, but I don't think he would ever be the face of the league. Look at everything he is doing, and people have him third in MVP voting or saying other players are better. Well, there's some truth to your statement there, Sylvester. I can see your point. But just think about this, right? Think about some of the top players in the league right now that weren't born in
Yeah.
America. I think there's something different going on. And David Stern, I think, envisioned this years ago when he wanted to bring in more players from around the world, because he kept talking about it really being a world championship and changing the bump and grind of the NBA, where you're just throwing people to the floor and wrestling folks and doing all that. He wanted to get rid of that. So he tried to send a team to Toronto, sent a team to
Vancouver.
Vancouver that went to Memphis. It became the Grizzlies. So I think this is a seed that he planted, though, man. You got players now that the NBA is going to have to either promote these guys and put them as the face of the NBA, or I don't know who's going to be. We're talking about KD is gone, LeBron's gone. What's going to happen then?
But I think the NBA does the best promoting of their product than any other sport. It's not even close.
I think what helps them, though, is that your players already, they don't have a mask or a shield on their face. You can see Giannis dunking on somebody, and he comes down. Last year in the finals, he dunks. Chris Paul tried to come up, he dunks, and then comes down, and looks right in the camera. You can't do that now.
Boom! He gave him that big flex. I was like, gee, and
so
plus,
that helps, but they do a good job of marketing people.
And plus, it's easier and it's super. I think basketball is the most relatable sport and easiest thing to play. Just because football, you need like 5 people, 6 people to actually get a good game. You know what I mean? 3-on-3 with a quarterback. Soccer, you need at least like 3 people too. At least basketball, you could just go play by yourself and work on your game.
Reverend Rez makes a great point. In every sport, there are only about 5 to 10 players that really blow up. You have to research to pick the right player, and a whole lot of factors come into that research.
There's too many factors. Too many.
Yeah, that's what makes it fun, though, right? That's what makes that strategy very important.
Yeah, but you got to think outside of just the numbers and everything too. Just the player's personality, how is he reacting? You know, how is he like on social media? How do the fans like him? Like if he got that type of the swag that he walks around in, you know, is this?
But some of these questions, let's take a player like Jordan Poole. Some of these things I know nothing about when it pertains to.
Well, I don't. Yeah, but see, at this point, just the eye test alone, like I'll learn about him later on if he had. And slowly, I'm seeing his little clips and reels. You know, when he messes with Clay and stuff, and I feel like he has that. I mean, look, his eye test is good.
Yes.
You know, he's playing in Kobe's, so I mean, like he knows what he's doing. It's just things that, like, the little things that I look at.
I'll be rocking some Jordans, but I'll go ahead.
But I'm just saying, it's the little things that I look at in the players because there's a lot of things that the way he wears his uniform, you can tell he has that swag to him when he walks into the court.
But you know, the next test is going to be when Curry retires and Clay retires and Draymond retires.
I mean, yeah.
Is Poole going to be able to carry that team?
Well, that's when Wiseman, Kuminga, all of them come in.
Those guys should be rolling. That's right. Those guys should be rolling. At least some of them, if they're not already moved on to another team or something like that. But somebody's going to say that because they're not going to let these young gems just move on. That's some real talent.
That's why he needs to take advantage of what he has in front of him right now. Try to get that ring right now, so that way at least you're validated as a champion.
Yes.
Like, so yeah, you say like, oh yeah, you won with Steph and whatever. I still got a ring, right? Because I mean,
I wish all the best for Poole. I like the way he plays. I like the fact that there's some things that I just watch. Right, Clay and Steph and Draymond would defer to him sometimes to take the big shot, do certain things. They've also, if you notice, when the game is over, Poole's doing the post-game interview.
But they want to give it to him though.
That's what I'm saying. They want to give it to him, and he's receiving it the correct way. I don't see arrogance from him when he's receiving.
Did you see the last interview? He said, "How do you feel about Steph coming off the bench, or do you want him to come in?" No comment. They just started laughing.
The guy said, "Smart answer." Yeah, it's a smart answer. Very much so. Mike Trout is the millennials' Mickey Mantle. Can't argue that, Brendan.
It's not even close. Can't
argue. All right, so Colorado says Mike Trout. How will his car prices play out with his print runs being 100x lower than these new possible? I was just talking to someone about this the other day about Mike Trout cars. I'm gonna continue to read this. Or Juan Soto, whose print runs are similar to Mike Trout. Both of these players, man, their cars. They don't have a lot of cars out there, right?
Yep.
So when you start comparing them, this is a great point that I was just talking to someone about. When you start comparing these cars, who some people are sleeping on right now.
Yep.
People are chasing Jason Dominguez, man. How's that gonna play out?
Nah, I'd rather go. You know what I've just been trying to buy. I just don't know the price yet. Is a Trout auto, on-card auto. And the prices are still decent. I'm thinking long term though, but I'm just saying, like what you're saying, like, man, there's a lot of Trout cars that a lot of people are not realizing.
What's interesting about the hobby sometimes? I'm gonna say this, try to break it down in a way of how I think about it. You go look for a job, right? Let's say you want to be a doctor. You didn't go to medical school. You've done no training to be a doctor. You sit down with someone and you say, "Yeah, I would like to be a physician." And he's like, "Well, let me see your resume. Let me see your background." I'm like, "Well, FD, we're looking through here and you haven't been to medical school at all." But I'd just like to be a doctor. And someone else is interviewing for the job who has a track record, a history, or a resume of just putting in work in the medical profession, going through school, residency, walking down. Because I got some friends that I went to school with doctors. Just walking down the road. And the hospital's not picking the person that has done zero, right? But in the hobby, we'll look at a player and be like, "Yeah, they're cool." But I want to look at this person over here, right? I want to check out Greg Oden. I see this person being the next, but this person has a track record. They've done things. They won. Some people have even won championships. Oh well, they don't hit the big shot like Curry, right? He doesn't hit the big shot. Yeah, he's never been a Finals MVP, but he's been in the finals. We're talking about a player over here who hasn't even made the playoffs yet. I'll never understand that. I'll never get that.
Because they want to buy low, sell high. Is this one of those things where, like you say, you're trying to find the next big thing? You guessing. But why guess when you have something that's right in front of you that has a track record?
This is what I think.
But I mean, everybody does that. I mean, I'm in the same boat. I'm all in on Shea and Darius Garland. I'm just stuff like that. I agree what you're saying too, because you want to be ahead of the curve, but why be ahead of the curve when you could beat the curve when you're with the players who's there?
Yeah. FD, you asked about a strategy I have. I'm Kirill. I'm big on Kirill. I am selling off PSA 10 high pop other sports to buy big Kirill cards. I know it's hockey, but the fan base in Minnesota. Now I've talked to a few people, like maybe 3, who have talked about this player and been excited about him, and who also are trying to move some stuff to move into his cards.
Yeah, real quick. Speaking of this guy, when I wanted to dabble into hockey, the first thing, who's the best hockey player upcoming? That's the name that came up. That's how I know who that is. So looking outside, looking in, if that's the person you're looking for, then it must be something good, right?
Yeah, the Reverend Reps usually has a sound strategy. I mean, he talks through stuff. That's interesting. But I think in this market, you're going to have more people moving stuff, consolidating to get into something that they really want to have in there, either their personal collection, or they want to hold for a while, or they want to sell later. And there was a few conversations about this at the premiere show. You're going to have more of that. And I think this is a sound strategy. We're going to see this at Del Mar.
With the Charger? No, I agree, 100%.
We're gonna get to Delmar and talk to some people. Sylvester says face of the league will be Luca or Zion if healthy because they have it as a personality. Excuse me. Anthony Edwards
No,
also in that group.
I don't think Zion's going to be the face of the NBA. I don't think he's marketable like that. To me, I don't think he is. Luca, yeah. I think Anthony
I just don't
Edwards
know if
might
we've
be.
seen enough from Zion.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
Zion's been
saying.
hurt. We really haven't. I don't know. We'll see.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. He's hurt and he don't want to be in the media that much. But he does. He is with Jordan Brand, so you know what I mean. Is this the little stuff like the
Yeah, Mike
marketability?
Bell.
Yeah.
Sancho, how high will Dominguez cards go as soon as he gets called up and hits one home run? Yeah, I don't know.
Man, if he hits like 3 home runs in the first game, on fire. But I mean, baseball's a marathon, man. So
It's a
anything baseball,
marathon, and there are so many prospects to
it's too
consider.
much.
Yeah. Buy before the rain. Yeah, I mean that's Brendan. Some people get
But
burned
sometimes,
that way.
but sometimes if they have a ring, it don't really change the market really, because sometimes people be like,
Yeah.
well, he didn't really do that much to win the ring. He didn't play that big of an impact.
Yeah, it all depends on the player and their role and what they did in the game.
Yeah,
Sometimes that ring will at least legitimize the price.
but I think
The
it
price.
helps. Yeah, it helps the argument. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Star Wars toys are on fire.
Oh yeah.
I feel like Star Wars toys, Sancho, you tell me,
I think it's on fire.
always has kind of been on fire, right?
Yeah, let me see if I can pull something out. I mean, I'm in the back cave, the man
I
cave.
mean, these are Star Wars. Yeah, these are great collectibles. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I'm just pulling stuff out. But yeah, I mean, Star Wars is always gonna be there. Endless supply.
but especially if you have some of that rare stuff from the first two
Yeah.
movies, it's on another level. Unpopular opinion, Paul says, low supply means more than low demand. Demand can change, supply can't. Speak on that. Look at Marvel and F1. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's insane.
And the Marvel market, I mean, look, we talk about these things. We don't know what's happening with that stuff 4 or 5 years from now.
I mean, the way it looks, but I'm saying the way Marvel looks is that they already have a lineup of what movies are coming out. So
this is my point.
So
these prices, and I think they can sustain themselves. Now,
that's what I'm saying. I think the only way it's going is it's going up just because Thor is gonna be coming out and all that stuff. So we'll see.
That's why it's so much to collect, man.
So much, man, insane. Marvel's just going.
Smoothness 1000. Name 5 players that you hold even their base cards.
You want to go first?
No, you go first.
So are we talking this Prism or are we talking about this in general?
I think it's open.
Okay, I mean then MJ is the first one, right? MJ, LeBron, right? LeBron, the tops.
Mm-hmm.
I guess this case KD. You say KD will hold?
I think he will.
Curry. I'm sorry, Curry.
Yeah, Curry's up there. I think KD will hold. It's just everyone's looking to see what he's going to do outside of Golden State.
No, I think Curry's going to hold more value long term. Just because I mean Curry's just I don't like Curry like that.
So that was my thought. That's why I went hard on Curry.
I think he changed the game. You know, I think he's more likable than KD. I think he's more validated than KD just because when they won, it was at Golden State. So I mean, and then he has that thing where he stayed with the team for X amount of time, not like LeBron, KD, and all of it. At least his base card is the same card he's been with his whole career. The team, I mean. So I think that's 3.
I think KD storming out of these press conferences and not wanting to talk to people, that's going to affect something at some point.
Yeah. What? I think that's three. I don't know, mate. I don't know at that point. I can't think of anybody else. But those are the main three that might just hold for a while. I mean, you could say Kyrie. just, I'm just kidding. I'm just
Well,
kidding. But
Kyrie is legit. I wouldn't say that's
I
not
mean,
legit.
I don't know. But it'd be like three. I guess Kobe. Kobe, just because of the what everything with Kobe. That'd be four. Oh, the fifth one's gonna be tough. I can't think of a player that's just that hold value. I don't know. Probably I don't know. I can't think of a fifth one.
So I'm gonna say Tom Brady,
Oh,
Curry.
see. I didn't think we are going. I thought we are just staying in the sport.
Oh no, I'm going all. No,
Okay,
I'm
then
gonna say
yeah,
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady. Yeah,
Yeah, Tom Brady, Curry, Jordan, LeBron,
Trout.
and Trout. I mean, last year at the National, I picked up a Trout card that I thought was kind of cool. There's more Trout that I need to be that I think I need to add to my PC. There's more
I need
Brady I need to add. Um, you know, and that's what's kind of interesting about the hobby because I can remember at one time I had very few Curry or Kobe cards, and in 2003 my focus was LeBron because I thought he was special. Still think he's special. No, I still think
but
he's
not top
special.
10 special.
He's a special player, man. No, he's a special player. That's not how many LeBrons have you seen before LeBron?
No, I agree. I agree. I'm just saying.
It's just when people when I hear GOAT status and all that kind of stuff. Okay, you know,
No, I'm just saying. I
we're
mean,
going too far right now. You
I'm
know,
just saying. If he's special, then he gotta be top 10 special. That's all I'm saying. For you
dude,
to
I
look
would
at,
think seriously though. I would think in the history of the league, if you're top 20, top 15, top 10, top 5, all that's special, man.
no,
These
I
other
mean
players are good.
top 75 is special,
Yeah,
obviously. So
special, special. I don't ever try to. I'm not trying to discredit LeBron. It's just that there is a thin line between Kobe, LeBron. There's a thicker line between Jordan and other people.
yeah,
That's all I'm
no,
saying.
I agree. I agree.
Zion doesn't have his own breakfast cereal yet. I heard that. He might have some. I wonder if he has some down in New Orleans. Like he said, some Zion flakes.
Oh, that's perfect because he'd be flaking too much. Handle with care.
Don't forget, man, he averaged 26 and 10 when he was playing.
I know he played. His plus and minus was high when he played. I'm not even gonna discount him when he played. He makes a
Yeah,
difference. He makes a
yeah.
difference.
The other
But
day he's in rehab and he's doing like windmill dunks.
yeah,
You
but
know,
you already know I'm gonna say the best skill is availability. So if you don't got that, then what's the point?
true, 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 true. Sancho, did they make any Star Wars toys of the boner?
What? Or
Or
did
only the tops 3PO? Oh,
I don't know what that is. You know
hold
what that
on.
is? Star
I
Wars
do not.
boner. A Star Wars boner card. I mean toy. It said Star Wars of the boner.
Oh, this is the C3PO.
It said I don't know.
I got some quick pictures here. Yeah,
I don't know.
it's
I
the
never heard of that. CP3
yeah,
bone.
I think there's a card.
I,
I don't
I,
know.
I don't know. I never heard of it.
Sancho, you're educating.
I never seen. All I came with was a plush toy of that.
Sancho's educating.
Oh, it's a
Sylvester.
CP3O Topps era card. That's what he put
Yeah.
on the thing.
Yeah, I got some pictures over here. If Zion is healthy, he will be the face. Look at how much the NBA was pushing him in commercials. Plus, he hasn't played this year. But on every NBA pregame, they are talking about him. You got to think the NBA is a organization, as a business, right? They got to be talking about this on a regular basis. Once LeBron leaves, these players leave. KD leaves.
No.
Klay Thompson leaves. Curry leaves. What's going on?
Yeah. I mean, Giannis is still 27, so he got like another
Yeah,
6 years there.
yeah. So Baker Boy said, "FD, where did you park your spaceship? Right on the top of the show, man."
What were you in the Millennium Falcon or what?
Yeah, it was part of the FD Starfleet, man.
Oh man, at least you avoid traffic and everything. You don't gotta pay for gas prices.
You gotta do it, man. That's all you gotta do. It's got a navigation system. You hit a button, you're chilling.
Just light speed right away. Even
Yeah, it said, "Take me straight to the LA Proper Show." Cleveland has never gotten over LeBron. Oh, I'm pretty sure they won't. At one point, they had never gotten over Jim Brown retiring at 29, but I'm pretty sure they won't.
No, they'll never get over it. LeBron just loves that little villain role he likes to play sometimes, you know?
Yeah. Yep. So Paul says KD is the Marvin Harrison. I've never heard of this comparison of the NBA. Unbelievable talent. No one cares.
Man, the disrespect KD's getting just because of the one series, right? The disrespect they're giving KD right now.
That's hilarious, man. Paul, how did you feel about KD a year ago, 6 months ago? Wow,
he was
Paul
this close to beating the Bucks, and then who knows what happened? Kyrie would have came back. James Harden would have been healthy. They probably would have ran the tables last year.
I think I kind of agree here, though. I don't think this series.
It's not looking good.
Him going 0 for 10 the other night, and then the stuff at the press conferences, and they can't get swept, right? They got to come out. He's got to come out just going for it. Like he's got to say, "I need 60. I got to play like I need 60 or 65."
No, but did you see the stat where Bruce Brown had more shots? No, Nicholas Claxton had more attempts than him, like in the mid fourth quarter. I'm like,
I wonder did he go into like a brain fog? Like there something there had to be some stuff he was thinking about.
I mean, yeah, you could tell something's bothering him, just the way he's playing.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I think the defense got to him to the point where like they're just like, fainting at him, and he's like, I gotta adjust my shot, but nothing's really there. I think the defense already got to him at that point. But I feel like they're force feeding him too much. Like every time he go down the court.
What other offense do they have? Him and Kyrie.
I mean, go Kyrie. I mean,
yeah, but what other offense do they have?
That goes back to Steve Nash. Like, I'm like, all right, the only adjustment you did was you put KD at the elbow and make him post up. That's all they did. Or they're doing little back doors and all that stuff. They're not really doing anything. The spacing's not there. I mean, they got the shooters, but it's not. I don't know. At this point, you just let Kyrie and KD go 1-on-1, but Boston's already got a plan for it. They already got a wall for them. And it's the other way around. At least the Nets, they don't even play defense. That's why they're getting destroyed.
Oh, so the group is back in this C3PO card. That's a famous era card.
I just saw it. Yeah.
C3PO Topps era card. Wish I got that. You can't unsee that
you
card.
Can't. Yeah, I don't know what in what world they thought that card was cool.
What's up, fellas? Baseball card for Dungeon. It's good to see you here. Good to have you here. Then we got Paul coming back. I never liked KD anyways. Don't think people remember that Harrison was amazing too, but he's a jerk. So no one cares. How many people truly like KD? No one. His stuff takes a dive when he retires. I'm telling you, I've come close. There are certain players I've come extremely close to buying a big card of, and KD is one of them. And I'm not disrespecting anybody out there that has KD as a significant part of buying, flipping, PC, anything like that. I don't know. I think his cards. He's going to be a significant player in the history of basketball.
But
if he does become some things, there's always going to be a question about him, though, that he's going to get tired of hearing.
Yeah, there's that check box. I mean, I love KD as a player. Like as a player, I love how he plays. But as a collecting his cards, he doesn't check all the boxes for me. It's nice to have a KD rookie. I had a KD rookie, but I moved
it. They're beautiful cards.
Yeah, it's a nice card. His auto is nice. He has a nice auto. Mm-hmm. But it's just there's certain things that I mean, just look at the series. It's just the way he's playing. It's just like, man, you're not even showing me too much of an effort. Yeah, you
You
got
think
the
he's
ball.
quit on the team? It's just hard
I
for me
don't
to
think.
believe KD will quit on the
I don't
team.
think. I don't think he's quitting on the team because at least he's shooting. It's not like he's being passive aggressive. Being passive, not wanting the ball. He's trying. Is just. I just think the game. I just think the pressure and the defense has got to him this series, and it's gonna be hard for him to get out
When's the next game?
tomorrow.
Tomorrow at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on
I'm
TNT.
watching that game because that game's gonna. It's gonna have a. The narrative's gonna change for both of them. They obviously can't win
I'm
without.
gonna predict right now. I'll make a prediction right now. Brooklyn's not getting swept.
I mean, yeah. So, okay, so you already know what's gonna happen if they win. They're gonna keep bringing up 2016, being down 3-1. If KD do it, I don't know. I mean, they just gotta do one
I don't
game.
think Brooklyn's winning the series, but then I just cannot believe they're gonna get swept.
Nah, I don't think they're gonna get
If
swept.
Denver won the game tonight, I just don't.
Yeah,
These
I don't
guys have
feel
to come out. They have to come out the gates just going for it.
fire. Kyrie and KD gotta go like 20 points in the first quarter, go up big, and that way they could coast. But I mean, let's say they win tomorrow, and then they win in Boston. I mean, then they come back to Brooklyn game 6. Do you give them a chance at that point?
They're not winning the series, man.
But I'm just saying, if they go to Boston, if they win in Boston and they come back in Brooklyn, game 6, and they somehow pull it off,
I think you have if they can win those two, then you got to give them some respect for it. They can maybe pull the series tied up 3-3, but none of that is happening. I don't think.
Did you see? I don't know if you saw the stat, but when Boston's up 2-0, they're like 73-1 in this series. Like,
yeah, but they give these stats, right? That's going back to when like Bill Russell was playing.
Yeah,
Larry Bird was playing. I mean, this team, they have to get that stat because this team hasn't done much yet until they beat Brooklyn.
But at that point, I mean, Brooklyn's a 7 seed for a reason, though. So at this point, they already said like, oh, Boston might win it all this year. I'm like, damn, it's a first round series. Like, they still got to go through Milwaukee in the Heat.
Milwaukee's gonna cause a problem if they face Milwaukee. Then let's answer some questions. Then let's get on Memphis, right? But let's talk about a little Memphis. I don't want to leave here tonight and not put my proper due diligence in on Memphis. Baseball. Agree. KD has very little hobby other than a few folks who like him. There are 100 other players in history like more than KD. I don't know if I can argue with that.
Yeah.
I think KD has done this to himself, though. When he had these ghost phones.
Oh, the burner accounts?
Hey, he had these burner accounts. Man.
Oh, my God.
I was like, what? I'm watching ESPN in the morning eating my breakfast. Like, what is this dude doing?
This guy's funny, man. He's so funny because he enjoys it too. Hey, he's insane. That's like man, KD's something else, man. Because on Twitter he goes back with people too. He goes back at it with the fans and everything. I'm like, man, he's something else. He's crazy.
So that's around and said, I agree with you, FD. I prefer to collect proven players instead of guys who are unproven. KD is tired. He carried the team this year and last year. Plus the Olympics, he carried the team. These are all facts, bro.
It is.
This guy's been playing basketball, man. Last year, I mean, he did well in the playoffs. He just let me just say this, right? I know people are gonna say, well, Scottie Pippen showed up, but there's not many people who can take a team and put on its back. And even if you get put out of the playoffs, people are still like, did you see that performance? There's not a lot of players like that. The day in and the day out, getting better and showcasing it. You got to think, Michael Jeffrey Jordan, right, came into a game, played against 5 Hall of Famers with Boston Celtics. Now, they ended up losing that series. But on prime time, he's made a name for himself. Everybody's like, man, who is this dude?
He dropped 63, didn't he?
63. Sugar had Larry Bird dancing, trying to play defense on him. Now, I know there aren't a lot of Michael Jordans. I get that. I don't want to be that guy that's comparing everybody to, Michael Jeffrey. But KD has to realize that you got to go through that, man. You have to go through that. How do you handle adversity is the true test of life and whatever you're doing. Do you shrivel up, all up? Let's look at Harden, right? A couple of years ago when he played with Houston, he just gave up. And look at Harden right now. Look at Harden's car prices right now. And again, there are people who, when he left and went to Brooklyn, oh man, it's gonna be a resurgence. We're about to shake this thing up. Not really. Not really. No. I still think Harden was wearing some kind of suit or something in Brooklyn. He went to Philly and instantaneously was in great shape.
All of a sudden.
The Reverend Rip says, I only have one Curry RC. I'm holding long term. PSA top 9 top. That's a nice car. That's a very nice car. Very nice car. So I think that's a strong move right there. That card is going to produce something. People probably be shocked in the next 10 years what that Topps PSA 9 does.
Exactly.
Brendan, what is Kevin Durant, a Care Bear? He doesn't have to do to be snuggly to be collected. I don't think he has to be. Brendan, have you been watching him in press conferences and what he said? You telling me that that's likability? That to me, that's a way you can say something.
Yeah.
I don't think he has to be a Care Bear, even though my 6-year-old loves Care Bears. I don't think he has to be a Care Bear, but you got to come better than that, man. At least that's what I think. You got to come better than that. Smoothness 1,000, yeah, but both KD and LeBron played with Kyrie, and LeBron carried them to victory. See that these are the kind of comparisons, man.
Hey, I'll tell you like this: they're not winning that series without a Kyrie, and it's not even close. I'm not even being biased.
But JD, these are the comparisons.
I know, but I'm just saying, you take away that Game 6 and the Game 7, Game 5. I have all the games in my head. I'm just saying, they don't win that series without each other. That's a fact.
No, that is true. But people are saying if LeBron was rolling with Kyrie and they won, KD is with him, and it's not happening.
Yeah. Is this a different? I guess it's just different. You know what I mean? I still think LeBron's better than KD, but I just think it's just what LeBron could do that affects the game in ways KD cannot. Does that make sense?
Yes.
I mean, we know LeBron can't score, but he could facilitate and he could play some sort of. He could control the game in his way without scoring. You know, he dictates.
In the head-up series with Golden State, KD looked good.
Yeah, but I mean, if you want to go there, then you could say, look what he had. True. You know, I mean,
the argument as well. The spacing on the floor was right for him. Right.
Perfect example. Look at Jordan Poole right now. Look what he's doing. You know, right. I'm just saying, like, it's one of those things where you have an argument for both sides. And you won't be wrong, but at least the argument I could have for KD is he made the shot back-to-back years to clinch the series. Game 3, whatever. Coming down with like a minute left, he pulls up on LeBron for the 3 to go ahead win. You know, stuff like he made plays where I remember that series because of what he did that year. And then Same thing with LeBron and Kyrie. I mean, everybody always talks about the block, which was an amazing play, but you don't win by playing defense. You still got to score. So they both balance each other out. The shot is more important, just as important as the block too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, smoothness is right. It's most likely going to be a gentleman's sweep.
I hope not, man. I hope somehow they make it competitive and go back.
I wonder let's say Brooklyn leaves, right? Say it's a 4-1. I would love to see them at least get a 4-1. What does Brooklyn do to that team?
Man, at this point, you might as well just cut your losses with Ben Simmons. If you don't want to play tomorrow, then this tells me something.
Probably you got to cut losses. I mean, Blake Griffiths is probably not going to be back. There's a few things that's probably that's done.
Yeah, I mean, I think you trade Ben Simmons to where he wants to be. I mean, wherever the hell he wants to be, and you try to get the best assets possible out of that, because the window's still there to 2-3 years. They could still play. They might have a chance to win. So you get rid of the. I'm not saying he's a cancer of the team right now. I'm just saying, like, right to me, if you don't want to play a pivotal game 4, I get it. You're down 3-0, but still, at least show me something. That shows me, like, I'm gonna play because I care, or I want to show that, like, we can make some noise or something. Not like, oh, I'm just give up. Like, I'm gonna go back to my little shell, put on a nice outfit. He's gonna come tomorrow in a colorful outfit, and everybody's gonna be booing him when he walks on the court.
Well, yeah, they had stuff on Instagram. He was looking like a Bozo the Clown or something.
Yeah.
People are on that guy, man. So we got Reverend Rips talking about his players. Hockey, Gretzky. Oh, hold on. Do you think Dominguez could be the next Griffey? Griffey started playing when he was young also. Did I see a response to this? I don't know. I don't make comparisons to Griffey. There's no comparison to King Griffey Jr.
You can't make a comparison to the kid. He has the coolest nicknames. The kid.
Yeah, the Wolves are surprising people. So Reverend says Gretzky. Then we got baseball saying Trout doesn't even have half the stats to be considered for the Hall of Fame. He has always been vastly overrated. You have been caught up with the hype machine on Trout. May not even end up the top 50 guy. Baseball card conundrum.
That's crazy. I didn't know MVPs were that. I guess MVPs don't hold value like that.
That's
right.
That's you got me scratching my. It's interesting. That's an interesting perspective.
You take him
baseball card. Let me know, who are you excited about? Like, who's playing
He's a
baseball?
Yankee fan, so he probably. I take it back. He's a Yankee fan.
Okay, I just want to hear him. I just want to see that.
I want to hear too.
Who is the player that you like? You know what? That's legit right there. You gotta let me know. If you're saying Mike Trout is, let me know. He just needs meds, huh? KD should have stayed in Golden State. If that was the case, I don't think they would have all the talent there. I don't even know if Poole would be there. I don't know. Yeah, probably wouldn't have all the talent there.
They wouldn't have Poole. Poole would be like on. Poole. Everything happens for a reason, obviously. So that's a blessing in itself.
Yeah. So baseball came back with Dominguez will be a bust. Some lawyer wants to hold our money in escrow. I will take all bets. Baseball, 1 out of about 50 top prospects becomes a solid player, let alone a star. 1 in 1,000 prospects. Can't disagree with that. I just hope, again, whatever happens to Dominguez, he's good as a person. Sylvester, they are showing highlights of Zion and him on the sidelines doing game 4 of the playoffs. He the face if he can be healthy. He the face if he can be healthy. Huh?
That's a big. You gotta emphasize on that. If that's a big if.
Yeah. Okay. We got FD. Just ask myself and a friend baseball because I'm Carlos. We will educate the masses appropriately on Trout.
Man.
I love to hear what Carlos says.
That's crazy.
All right. Ben Simmons is an asset. Who in their right mind pays that salary?
Nobody. Yeah, the Lakers would probably pick him up.
Baseball said I collect Hall of Famers, and yes, I'm a Yankees fan. But let me know the player. I want to know the player that you're like. That's my guy right there. I'm rolling with that guy right there. FD. Hold on. Did we become FJD?
FJD, I guess, yeah.
Next fall, okay. We have to go with that. FJD. If Tatum leads the Celtics to the title, who better now, Tatum or Luka?
I think Tatum's better than him. But I mean,
you think Tatum's leading the Celtics to a title? We're not talking about this year.
I mean, they still gotta get. You getting through the Nets, you still gotta get through Milwaukee and everybody else. But if he could get him a title, man, you can imagine the narrative of him.
Who do you think's getting to the finals from the West?
Well, it depends how Devin Booker looks, but probably the Warriors. Just how dominant, because they almost won the game today.
Let's say it's Phoenix or the Warriors. Can Boston beat them?
I mean, probably because their stars are playing well. Their stars are playing. I mean, the way just
They're
watching
playing
it right
well.
now.
They're playing well against Brooklyn.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're playing well. But I mean, who's better, Brooklyn or Denver? Probably Brooklyn.
I don't know about that.
Oh, come on, FD.
Don't know about that, man.
Man,
I haven't really thought highly of Brooklyn all year, and it had nothing to do with Kyrie only playing certain games.
yeah.
I just don't see it. I actually thought they improved by moving Hart.
No, I did too. They don't have that chemistry. That's all it is. And oh, man, I hate it when Kyrie said this. He said, "I wish we had more games I wish we had more games that we could have played together." I'm like, oh my god, why are you saying stuff like that?
Oh well, bro. I mean, Brendan, people act like Ben is Richard Simmons.
Oh man.
All right, Nicholas, thoughts on the status of PMGs for sports and non-sports going into the national?
It's always gonna get there. It's only gonna
I
keep
think
going
PMGs. Yeah, I think it's a viable option to buy, flip, trade. I always question any cars that jump in value like really, really, really high.
Yeah.
What is it sustainable? That's the question I have. So when I say I question it, is it sustainable? Is it going to last? But non-sport PMGs, I think they're a legitimate option for someone that's interested in that.
Yeah.
Sometimes we like to, and people in the hobby, I talked about the wave before. We kind of move to stuff.
Yeah.
I just say, know why you're moving. What are you doing? Have you done your proper research? Do you understand what's going on? It's the same thing if somebody came to me and said, well, I want to start collecting comics now. Are you doing research on that? Do you know what you want to buy and why? Do you know the storylines? Are you into the characters? Like what are you thinking right now? So it's really no different than anything else. But so Nicholas, are you going to the national?
I'm gonna try to go.
Sounds like you are. You gonna try to go, JD?
I'm gonna go.
It'd be good to get your perspective. Sylvester, fire Nash. You get a coach. You get a coach who they respect, and see if Simmons can play with KD and Kyrie.
We could have seen him tomorrow, but he don't want to play. I mean, I really want to see how that dynamic
Does
is
he
going
have
to
a
be.
legitimate back injury though?
No.
Could he be putting his career at jeopardy?
See, that's the only.
Came out and play with the Achilles and the Achilles pop. Ben Simmons think long term about himself.
I mean, why not? I mean, you have to because you don't know what's going to happen. How about he plays tomorrow, he gets hurt, and they get blown out? Oh my god, can you imagine the story that's going to happen? But how about he plays tomorrow and they blow them out? Or if he plays tomorrow, they win and they come back and win the series. Like it's one of those. I think it is best for him just to say I'm not going to play tomorrow, just to protect himself even more. Because if he would have played tomorrow and they get blown out, oh my god! Like, can you imagine the headlines that are coming out? They're going to be talking about this for a few days.
KD used to date Rachel from The Bachelorette at UT. Well, we're dropping knowledge right now. Real knowledge. So now I gotta look this up. Because I don't know. I don't watch The Bachelorette and I don't know who Rachel is. JD, you got knowledge on this?
I don't even know. I don't even watch The Bachelorette either. But I know
I've
KD.
seen her.
Oh,
Rachel Lindsay. I know her. I didn't know they were dating. Oh, used to date. I didn't know that. Aaron Judge and Acuna Jr. Okay. That's who Sylvester's, I think, going with. Okay, so baseball comes back and says Trout has 1,400 hits, needs another 1,000 to be even considered for the Hall of Fame. He won't get there. Only has 314 home runs. If he doesn't stay healthy, he would be an asterisk in history.
that's still a lot. 1,400. Not a lot of people even get that.
I can remember when people said similar things about Albert Pujols. People said Pujols' body would never last to get to 500, 600 home runs. Baseball, you remember that?
He's not that far away from 500 home runs, realistically. He's like 186 away. Probably 5 more years. But what people are going to look at is if he could. I mean, how many times has he made the playoffs? That's probably your argument right there. I mean, I think he only made it like a few times. I mean,
Yeah.
so that's probably that. Maybe that's a better argument is that like how many times has he been in the playoffs and what he has done in the
But
regular
you know,
season? He's a
baseball,
monster,
you're a Hall of Famer without playoff activity.
which is crazy.
Most ironic thing about Celtics Nets, Celtics drafted Tatum and Brown from Nets picks for KG and Pierce years ago. That's real knowledge. KD will be known for jumping on the Warriors bandwagon. This is S. Donovan. He has never led a team to a title. I'm telling you, these are the things that's going to be said over and over again. He's going to have a whole life if he does not win something on a team where he's leading the team. He's going to hear about this his entire life. Young players, this is baseball back. Young players who have talent. This is who he collects. Soto, Wander Franco, most young baseball stars flame out before playing 10 years, which is so difficult when it comes to buying cars and prospecting on them. So this is Luka is better. Is it better than Tatum?
Yeah. Wait, so who do you think is better, Bryce Harper or Mike Trout then?
I'm not a big Bryce Harper. You asked the wrong person. I'm not a big Bryce Harper person.
They're basically they're always compared to each other.
Was that because they came out around the same time?
Yeah, for some weird reason. But
I don't know. Let's look at Bryce Harper right quick.
6 All-Stars, 2 MVPs.
How many home runs? What's his batting average?
His average is 279. He hits 1286, home runs 269, and RBI 763. I mean, who would you take? But I mean, I don't really like Bryce Harper either. He has a cool name, but other than that, no. Let me see where he's at.
And then when did he get drafted? When did he come in?
12. Got 2012, right? Yeah.
And Trout started in 2011, right? So I think that those are the comparisons.
Yeah. But I mean, Trout has a better average, 1,400 hits, 341 home runs, 821 RBIs, more MVPs, more All-Stars. You know, there's all these things that matter.
Yeah, I mean, Trout's a better player.
Yeah.
I always feel like, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just me, right? I feel like when Bryce Harper comes to the plate, he's trying to make sure Bryce Harper's stats are right.
Yeah.
Like he's not worried about anything else. This dude's been known several times to be swinging for the fences when he has base runners they concern himself about. He's not concerned about that. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just how I think about it. I don't know. But I watch a lot of baseball during the season. Not just stuff that's happening here in LA, but quite a bit of baseball. Somebody tell me if you think I'm wrong. Like, what do you think about that? Trout was better than Harper, but Harper has pulled ahead. But baseball, do you collect Harper? Let me know. I don't think you collect Trout.
Yeah, I don't know who collects Harper.
Anyone think Mike Tyson cards would drop after his most recent fight? That'd probably make him go up. Those kind of things from Mike Tyson, to me, you're talking about on the airplane, right? Those kind of things from Mike Tyson make him more relevant, right? If you never saw him fight, there are a lot of people now who have never seen a Mike Tyson fight live.
Me either. I never seen a Mike Tyson. Oh, yeah, I mean, I have, but I didn't know what was going on. A Holyfield fight, but you know. But that's it.
You saw a Holyfield fight?
Yeah, when he bit his ear off. Yeah, no, when he bit his ear off. I just don't remember it. But yeah.
Yeah. So we're
not that
college,
young.
Let me tell you something. But I'm not talking about your age, man. I just didn't know if you were watching boxing.
Boxing. You know. I'm Filipino, so boxing was the biggest thing, for us. So my families every Saturday will watch. We'll always go to my aunt's house, especially when Pacquiao came up. It was just a party every weekend, basically.
So I'm in college. Mike Tyson, Holyfield won. We're at someone's apartment. It's probably about 20, 25 people here now. Everybody's hyped for this fight. This fight's been talked about. And when Mike bites his ear, first Mike spits out his mouthpiece. And when Mike bites his ear, I jump up and say, I think he just bit his ear. And everybody's like, at least 3 people turned to me and was like, no, Frank, what you talking? No, man. What are you talking about? And then you start to see this whole thing unravel. Holyfield's pointing to his ear. Mike Tyson starts going bananas. No one had ever seen anything like that. Nothing like that. The whole Mike Tyson thing, getting out of the ring, it was interesting. Nicholas says Nolan Ryan is one of the most overrated pitchers of all time. Considered by most to be the GOAT. Barely 30 games over 500 for his career. Win-loss. Never won a Cy Young. And leads MLB history in walks.
I mean,
Cody. So then, Nicholas, you got to let us know. Nolan Ryan also didn't play on some good teams. But you got to let us know, Nicholas, who is the GOAT?
I can't think of a. I mean, that's just narrative because I can't think of any other pitcher besides Nolan Ryan.
Oh, baseball came back and said, I don't like Harper. I like Trout. Trout is 1 year older. It's interesting. The Reverend Rep's topic, with the change of CSG labels, do you think they approach SGC ROI prices? PSA continues to rule 1 million cards for last month. PSA will continue to dominate. Will CSG labels? We got to see. I just got to see. I've talked to people who are sending stuff in to get it relabeled. I think we got to have more data points about it reaching the ROI SGC. SGC is going to stand firm where they are, in my opinion.
Yep. Agree.
CSG slab does look good, though. I just think everybody know that Trout is GOAT, and he isn't and won't be. There are and will be 50 guys with better stats and accomplishments.
We'll see. Only time will tell.
Yeah, time will tell. So he's standing strong on that. Nick, Bryce Harper had crazy pressure coming to the league. And yes, he did. I remember that. Trout has never had pressure like that. Even now with the Phillies, Bryce has more pressure to win.
Mm-hmm.
I don't collect Harper or Trout. Who's your GOAT, though, baseball? Let me know who you
I want to know. I want to know before we go off. I just want to know. I just want to know who it is.
Very interesting. Smoothness 1000. What is the best Mike Tyson era? Before Michael Spinks. Michael Spinks and back to hit the beginning of his career. After Michael Spinks, a lot of stuff in Mike Tyson's life changed. Yeah, he said the late 80s. A lot of stuff in Mike's life changed around that time. Reverend Rep, Soto will be the next 3,500 player. There will not be another one for a long time after Miggy. Yeah, I know we looked at some stats years ago. After Miggy, there's a long time. There's only been 7 players, though, Reverend Reps. There's only been 7 players in the history of baseball that have done that. So it's rare. It's almost like hitting for the cycle. Well, there's only been 3 or 4 players that have done that, so it's very rare. So very rare. The Reverend Reps, I'm holding multiple Soto rookie cards long term, as you should. That is a smart move. Nicholas, Koufax had the most dominant stretch for any pitcher in history, I believe. Koufax also didn't do well in the regular season. Koufax is great. It's very great. Fire sports cards. Roger Clemens. Roger Clemens is the GOAT. Really? Some people think he took steroids.
Oh, man.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm just asking for a friend. Did he take steroids? I don't know. Baseball card. Ryan, overrated. LOL. Top 20 pitchers all time. 5,700 strikeouts. Played a lot of crappy teams. A lot of bad teams. Low 3.00 ERA for 20-plus years and threw 100 miles an hour for most of his career. I mean, he played on some very bad teams, people.
Yeah.
Very bad. Sylvester, GOAT in baseball for me is Ken Griffey Jr. He can do it all. Can't disrespect that, no. You know. All right, then we got Crazy Car Deals. What's up, FD? Hope all is well with you tonight. Yeah, I'm doing well. It's good to see you here. Thank you for taking the time to come through and check out FD and JD. Nick says Griffey or Bonds to go hitters. Maddox is to go pitcher. Don't sleep on Maddox.
Yep.
Don't sleep on Maddox. Hey, Justin, what's up? Just stopping by in quickly to say hello. How you doing, sir? It's good to have you here. Good to have you here. So, JD, we're at a 2-hour mark.
Oh, damn. I didn't realize how fast that was.
Thing flew by. We can keep going, but it flew by.
No, you already know. I got a Sunday night.
I know you do.
No.
Spidey, Justin said he likes your background. I know he would. Yeah.
Since we're almost done, let me give you guys a little bit more of the Batcave. Well, you know, we got the Mandalorian, the helmets, all that stuff. You know, got more figures in the bottom.
Yeah.
Got everything up in here. I'll probably have some stuff away for you guys soon. Just almost done recording, but you see what we have over here. And then since he wants to see the other, since he was just coming in just now, and then you know Anakin right there.
We got some cars.
Yeah, FD, real quick, who's your favorite Jedi, or who your favorite character in general, Star Wars?
Darth Vader, slowly followed by Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Oh man, that means you can't wait for the series, and then the one that you really like up there.
Can't wait for the series.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, I mean Darth Maul is. I just want to see them do more with Darth Maul.
Yeah. And then you see the Vader.
Oh yeah. Yeah. We got some Vader and Obi-Wan love right there.
Man, I think Yoda's one of my favorites, and Yoda's one of my favorites too. Oh, what? Just before we go, what's the your favorite Star Wars movie or episode? Which one?
Oh man, it's Return of the Jedi, because I was young when it came out. I remember going to the theater like it was yesterday. Man, this is JD. These were the days, man, with lines wrapped around the building. You will never see this now. Man, we're standing in line in the sun for over an hour
just to get in.
And this is the days when you could get up and they've already sold out the time frame you wanted to go to.
No,
so are you buying later?
No, I've been through that. There's a movie theater in Pasadena. It's not there anymore. It's a LA Fitness. I remember there was a movie. I don't remember what movie it was, but we had to wait in line. I mean, wrapped around the movie theater just to get in. You know, it's not like how it is now. Everything's digitalized, but still, movies are so fun to go, especially with Doctor Strange coming out. It's more Star Wars, but yeah, it's good time. I can't. But
and then so I saw Return of the Jedi. I had never seen Star Wars or Empire Strikes Back.
Really,
this was a different time. It's a very different time. So afterwards, I watched Return of the Jedi. Then I watched Empire Strikes Back, and then I watched A New Hope. And at that time, it was still called Star Wars. So it's like the reverse.
Yeah, because now,
Big Boy said JD needs a smoke.
No, I'm all right. I gotta drive.
Brendan, and you got a pen that shows you watched the movie. Yeah,
you get movie theaters used to give you stuff when you watched the movie, especially release day. Give you like when Pokemon came out, they'll give you the promo card for it, all that stuff. Movies back then was more engagement.
Nick Jackson said The Return of the Sith is the best in his opinion.
Yeah, Star Wars is still, even the spin-offs are really good too. Rogue One's really good. I thought Rogue One
was like really a war movie, man.
Yeah, but it was really, really, really good.
Very good. You get emotionally attached to a character. Oh,
that was really good. I didn't even know what was gonna happen, and when Vader came out at the end,
dude, that Vader was the bomb. Yeah, the bomb.
I wished they did more. Probably moving forward, they do like this stuff that he like a spinoff just on Vader too.
I would hope.
Yeah.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
There's so much about all these characters that we really don't. We want to know more. Sin City Rips is in the house. Yo, gentlemen. Sorry, I'm a little late. No worries. Good to have you here. Good to have you here. Nicholas says the animated series are a must. They are. I've watched.
Yeah.
You can best understand the backstory. It's true.
Which one's what did you watch the anime series as well?
I watched one. I'm trying to think of the name of it. I watched it with G when he was young.
The Clone Wars.
Clone Wars.
Yeah, that one's good too, man. As you get you get later towards the end of the series, oh my goodness, it's really good.
Yeah, we used to watch it all the time.
Wait, how did you feel about the last three? The last three Star Wars.
Oh, they didn't excite me. They didn't excite me at all.
My nephew hates that. He does not like the
last.
I
don't even watch. I respect people that like them because G likes them, but
I thought it was cool.
It's hard for me to watch, man.
The last one was. I mean, just the action was okay, but the storyline wasn't as strong.
Hold on. You talking about the last three, or the three that came after the first three?
No, the last three with Kylo Ren.
Last three. No. Last three were pretty decent. I'm gonna make sure I get this right. The last three were pretty decent. I can watch those.
Wait, you're saying you didn't like episode 1, episode 2, and 3?
No, sir. Oh, you talking about Darth Maul? You talking about Darth Maul and all that?
Oh man, that's that. Yeah, the young Anakin when he goes crazy.
No, can't mess with it, man.
What? That's the.
Man, I'm in the theater. I saw all three of those in the theater.
Me too. That's why I'm confused. I think you would think
No. When they cut Darth Maul in half, I literally yelled out in the theater. No.
I know they didn't even give him that much
screen
time.
Give him some time. Give him some time to mess some stuff up. Take someone out that he shouldn't take out. Find him. Go stalk him down on the planet. Do something.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. They didn't give him too much airtime, but in the Clone Wars, they did give him a lot of airtime. Yeah, I mean, he's actually talking in the Clone Wars, and yeah.
So Nick asked a question. FD, you didn't like Return of the Sith? Come on now.
This the whole. I'm gonna watch when I get home. Actually,
Sam Jackson did do a good job.
Yeah,
he did a good job, but I just couldn't.
I think when everything just went down, when Anakin started going crazy, like that whole episode 3 was really good. Man, I can't believe you, FD. You didn't
one life lesson though. One life lesson is when you have the higher ground, right? It should be respected.
Yeah, you never. I don't know what he was thinking either.
Dude, what are you thinking? You just gonna jump on the higher ground?
Oh my god!
I did take that away as a life lesson. Respect the higher ground, people.
I don't know why he thought, and then he was just like, man, he was just shocked.
And then his comeback, right? I hate you. I watch all this stuff now. I watched all of it.
When I get home, I'm gonna rewatch episode 1, 2, and 3 because it's really good. But
I do watch that fight scene between Anakin and Obi-Wan. I watch that.
But it's the way that they led up to that point, because man, I can't believe you. But yeah, I mean, we'll see because Obi-Wan's coming at the end of the month, and supposedly that's gonna lead into more Vader off spins.
Yeah, I think so. Sin City says he's been picking up some Marvel card bangers. All right.
We gotta see.
Are you posting pictures of these? Can't wait for the Obi show. I need a time. But are you posting pictures of these cards on your Instagram? Or just send me something in a DM. I'd love to love to catch up with you. Sorry I couldn't hit you up today. Today was a wild day. Moving around after I went to the Angels game last night, and then I went to Premiere, and today was like a recovery day. But I will get in contact with you. We will talk. And then Brendan says Morgan Freeman would make a good Sith Lord. He would. He would. First 3 Star Wars movies were the best. 77, 83. Rest don't compare.
Oh my goodness. The rest. I wish they did a remake of the first 3 that came out just to do them justice, because that's not fair. That the last 3, the last.
You know what this is like. You know what this reminds me of? The GOAT conversation, right? It all depends. I think it all depends on when you first start watching
That's
Star
probably true.
Wars,
That's
or
probably
some of the
true.
stuff in theaters. You
Yeah.
having a connection to it, right?
Yeah.
Because the whole time I'm watching the three after the first three, I'm like, this is not hitting hard like Empire Strikes Back and New Hope and
Oh my goodness. The
Return of
first
the Jedi.
episode 1 was a good way to start off the new series, just because how it gave you the backstory of how Darth Vader became Darth Vader.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
Oh my,
But didn't you? But did you were okay when you didn't know his backstory, right? And he was still.
Oh man, I guess that's true.
Right?
But but I wasn't invested how I was now. Like, okay, watch,
See, baseball not how connected here. 4th, 5th, and 6th movies were trash. And I've said that in this house. Some people disagree with me. But I think most people here are like, no, you're crazy. But I can't watch that stuff again.
What episode?
Oh, thank you, Sin City. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it.
I could watch episode 1, 2, and 3 effortlessly, like, and enjoy it just because of everything, but not the newer one. The new one, I can't watch the newer one. But I mean, we'll see. I mean, hopefully they figure something out because they need to do justice for the last 3 they came out
We
with.
should put a poll out this week and come back. See what people think about these 9 movies. How they rank them.
I just didn't like how they ended with what was the last one? Return of the one? No, the one with Ray. Yeah, I didn't like how that one ended. I didn't like how that one ended. But the spin-off like Mandalorian, Boba Fett, all that was really good.
Nick says after you gotta be kidding, very disrespectful. Episode 3 is great.
I don't know. The people are gonna start asking what's worse, LeBron, FD having LeBron in top 10 or episode 3.
Hey, if someone is playing New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, or Return of the Jedi, I will sit down. I don't care what a movie is. You could be 30 minutes in, 40 minutes in. I will sit down and watch those movies, man.
Man, A New Hope is just too slow.
Well, it's 1977, man.
Yeah. I know, that's what I'm saying. You think they should do a remaster or remake of everything?
Oh no, sir.
You don't think they should do a remake with the technology?
The fight scene between Vader and Obi-Wan. When Obi-Wan was killed. Think about that fight scene. You could enhance that thing.
Well, they could do a lot more.
These guys are basically doing this.
I know the fight scenes. I was like, man, y'all just going like this in episode 1, 2, and 3. They're just doing spins, doing flips. Yoda's doing jumping from wall to wall.
Well, that's when they got a little CGI action in there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can really let Yoda just express himself. Other than that, he was walking around with the cane and laying down, and What about the Dagobah system, man? I can play. I mean, let me tell you all this. When Luke goes to the Dagobah system, he's in training, and what Yoda says to him while he's in training, man, I could watch those scenes over and over and over and over again.
Maybe
JD, that's some life lessons in that.
I know, but man, watching him, like, geez. Somebody said it's the graphics. It is the graphics. It's just it's so outdated.
Nick called me old school. Not too many people call me old school. I can accept it.
There's nothing wrong with being old school. There's certain things I like that's old school too, but not the old school Star Wars though.
But you know what? Seriously though, this is why they make these movies relevant by bringing more movies out. Because we got some years between you and I.
No, I know, and
but you can still have the movies that you really link to, and then I have the movies that I link to, and it's really based because I think when that was introduced to us in our life,
Yeah, that's true. I mean, perfect example would be us. We got it good with the Marvel movies right now, right? The whole everything, the graphics, blah blah blah. Can you imagine when Junior is at our age, or not our age, but when they, then we'll be arguing. I'll be arguing with him like, no, I mean,
that's a true statement. When Junior hits your age, and then when Junior hits my age,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
What is he watching?
Can you imagine Marvel in 20 years from now? It might be.
Wow. You probably feel
Man.
like you're in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know a lot of people sport car talk that really get excited about the Sandline autos.
Yeah, that's. I didn't realize they had autos either.
Mm-hmm.
You remember? I don't know if we used to play, but it used to be the backyard football. The kid backyard football. It was like cartoons, but it was like a 2001 computer game where you could play like backyard football. It was one of those games back in the day, but I didn't. Yeah, but I didn't know they had cards for it. Yeah. They have who's a Pablo's like the best player ever or whatever. But I didn't know they had I didn't know they had cards for it. I didn't I just saw that today and I was just shocked.
Yeah, I see the cards here. Yeah. So I wonder how you got a card. Do you know how you got a card back in the day?
I don't. I just saw the card on somebody's story and that just brought back nostalgic memories of everything.
Interesting. NFL Blitz went so hard back on in the day. Yeah. If you can remember 25-cent wax packs, you are old school. Hey, let me just say this, Brendan. I never purchased 25-cent wax packs. What are we saying right now? Never did. That was way before my time.
25 cents. I think that's when you could eat the bubble gum wrapper with it. You had like a piece of gum in there or something, right? Something crazy.
That was way before my time. I'll tell some people I got called old school tonight. That's funny. That cracks me up. 1987? 25 cents? I don't remember 25 cents.
Man,
it was really 25 cents. Hold on. Yeah. That's interesting. $0.25. That's interesting. FD, what generation of Batman do you like? I like the first Batman. We get some real questions tonight. I like the first Batman with Jack.
Are we talking movies? I just had this argument with
I think that's what we're talking about, right?
Man, which one was the best
I like
one?
Jack, and I liked Christian Bale. I think when they went to the Schwarzenegger's Mr. Freeze and all that was Poison Ivy. That was good. Bad. That was good.
I thought it was good. Well, growing up at 5, whatever, 7, 8, or 9, I was like, man, this is different. But now watching Batman, how'd you feel about the new one?
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet. We were gonna try to watch it today.
No, you haven't seen it?
Did you go to the theater to see that?
Yeah, I took my wife last minute date night.
No, we were waiting on it. You said 3 hours. Did it feel like 3 hours?
Well, I love DC movies, so no, it didn't feel like 3 hours. It was
when I heard 3 hours, I was like, wow. Yeah, Jim Carrey as the Joker. You love that stuff?
I just thought it was good at the time back in the day. But I still think the third Batman, the last the Dark Knight was really good with Bane and all of them.
Oh, I love the Bane.
Yeah, that one was really good.
I saw that movie. I did the Bane voice for like 2 weeks. I love that movie. The whole scene, Pittsburgh Steelers and walking into the stadium.
Yeah. And Hines Ward scoring a touchdown. He looked back like, what's going on?
Yeah, the whole field just falling in on itself. Yeah. I watch all this stuff, man.
You need to watch the new one. You need to watch the new one.
Good.
It's really good.
We'll check it out.
Because we're gonna watch Doctor Strange comes out next week, so we're ready for that. I can't wait for that one.
So you going to the movie theater to see it?
Yeah, we're gonna watch in the movie theater. Come on, man. When we saw Spider-Man when it first came out, No Way Home, when you saw Spider, I'm sure you saw the new Spider-Man, right?
Yep, saw that.
So when all 3 of them came out, man, the whole arena, the whole room was just going crazy.
I can see
the
that.
like goosebumps because like when they jumped on all three of them one at a time, everybody was going crazy. Or when they brought in Andrew in, everybody was going crazy. When they brought in Toby in, that's when the whole room was just going crazy. So it is a different feeling.
Yeah, nobody thought Tobey Maguire was going to be in that thing. They did a good job of not leaking information as well.
Yeah, I mean it was kind of obvious because when they were jumping, when Spider-Man's jumping against all of them, like it kind of made it seem like there's more to it. But
Jamie Foxx did.
yeah.
Okay, what do you all think of the Spider-Man when Jamie Foxx was Electro?
That was crazy.
Yeah, I didn't care for that movie.
Yeah.
But Nick says Bane or Ledger Joker. Who was the GOAT villain? I gotta go with Heath Ledger Joker.
Ledger was really good, but Bane was really good too. Bane was really good. Just the way he was when he broke his back. That whole scene when Catwoman brought him inside to the sewers and he got trapped, and that whole scene was crazy. He broke his back and Batman had to go in the pit for a few months.
Yeah, chilling in the pit, right? Going back to his origins. See if I can pull something up here.
He said Doctor Strange were introduced mutants and then X-Men. I think Fantastic Four is coming next after that.
I hope so. I hope they get that right. The last Fantastic Four was not good. Well, we should just talk like Marvel, DC, these movies. I mean, people are chiming in here. Doctor Strange is going to lay out the entire phase of movies.
Well, we could do that next week because Doctor Strange comes out next Thursday. So Sunday we could walk into that
next week. Thoughts on Punisher and the upcoming shows for the group Vigilante Defenders. I love the Punisher series. I mean, I love this.
Man, the one thing I can't wait for is Blade. I cannot wait for Blade.
Blade's gonna be really nice.
Blade's gonna be really good.
The Vigilante Defenders, I can't wait to see it. Can't wait to see it. Doctor Strange will introduce mutants Sin City, and then X-Men will be amazing.
If they do it right, which they will.
They will. Marvel is going to be huge for the next few years with the new movies and new TV series. They have She-Hulk. Now, when I was a kid, huge She-Hulk fan.
Really? Oh, wow.
That's right. Bring back Luke Cage. I want to see Power Man, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Power Man.
You talking about who was on that team, right? It was like Luke Cage. What's the girl's name? Jessica Jones, and then Daredevil. All of them.
Yeah, that's gonna be nice. Luke Cage, man, it's gonna be cool. Lee Haskins. I've been collecting the first 1940 Superman cards. I've never seen one in person.
Me either.
And great.
Oh yeah, Iron Fist. Yeah, Iron Fist. That's the guy.
Iron Fist. I wonder if they ever make a Power Man and Iron Fist TV show.
They do. They just waiting for it to come.
My brother and I used to read those comics religiously. I mean, every time we went to the comic book store, we at least had to get caught up on what was going on. I used to love back in the day too. You go to a comic book store, there was always a group of people in there just reading, never buying, and the owners were trying to put them out.
I mean, I do the same. I still do the same thing when I go to Romans and Barnes and Nobles. I just skim through a few things, and then if I really want to buy it, I buy it.
Do you guys have any Marvel PMGs? I do not.
No, I don't have any. No.
Now, do I plan to pick up some? Potentially.
Just when everything, the market settles itself, where it's corrected, I'll probably jump into it. But right now, it's too much. It's too shaky for me.
It's a lot of number stuff. There's a lot of stuff, a lot of indication that there could be some growth there. I love the fact that we jumped in for about 20-some minutes into talking about
Oh man, I love Marvel and Star Wars. So next week we got to make at least a little 30-minute segment for that because what's coming up at the end of the month is gonna be crazy. Oh, are you gonna go
Hold
to
on. Sin City, this is the play. Wait for everything to settle.
Are you gonna go to the Star Wars celebration at the end of the month?
Where's the Star Wars celebration?
Oh, FD man, I'll send it to
I'm
you right
asleep.
now.
Wake me up, man. What's the Star Wars celebration?
Man, it's in Anaheim at the end of the month. You know who's gonna be there?
Who?
Signing Obi-Wan.
Who? Oh, really?
Obi-Wan. Yeah. Well, you gotta pay for it, but still, I'll send it to you right now. It's supposed to be like Disney Con of everything.
Are you going?
Star Wars Con. I'm sorry, Star Wars Con. Everyone's
going?
gonna be there. Yeah, I'll send it to you right now. I'm surprised you haven't heard about this.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it's a 4-day event. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Or is it Friday, Saturday, Sunday? Well, Friday tickets already sold out, so Saturday and Sunday is the only one. Saturday. Oh, so I got only one I could go to is on Sunday. But I'm gonna go.
Now, before we get out of here, this is the audio from the Pittsburgh Steelers scene with Bang. I love this. Then he grabs the microphone.
It goes crazy.
Take control.
Hardcore, baby.
Take control of your city.
Yeah.
This is the instrument of your liberation.
I love Bang, man.
I'm gonna watch Star Wars, and then I gotta find a way to sneak that in there this week. Man, it was a good time. It was a good episode. Next week we gotta at least a good 30 minutes to talk about Star Wars and everything next week.
Yeah, I'm down with it. Sin City says FD May 4th, Star Wars Day. I'm getting educated, man. May the 4th be with you.
Check it, man. You gotta check out that Star Wars celebration because it's way extended.
Are you definitely going on that Sunday?
Well, my nephew don't want to go with me, so I'm definitely gonna go.
Sunday, that's the last day.
Sunday's the last day. Friday and Saturday is the day, just because of Obi-Wan's gonna be there. A lot of people. There's a lot. Look at I send it to you. Just look at the page. Just look at the people that are coming, and I'm sure they're gonna have more people coming in too.
Okay, I'm all over this tonight. I'm gonna check this out.
Yeah, they're gonna have special toys, special they're just gonna have a lot of stuff there.
Palpatine's gonna be there.
Yeah, Palpatine's gonna be there.
Oh, this is gonna be nice.
Yeah, Ahsoka, the voice is gonna be there. The toys, the merch they're gonna have. It's gonna be in the Anaheim Convention Center, so it's gonna be.
Giancarlo Esposito is gonna be there.
Yeah. Oh, where's it at? Let me see. Oh, hold on. Before we go, let me show you something that my nephew got that you think is pretty cool.
You turn on.
Oh yeah.
How do you turn it on?
The button here.
See, and then he had it signed by him.
Very nice.
Yeah, my nephew's
Very
nice. He takes this to
Yeah.
a different level.
And my Darth Maul.
Yeah, and Darth Maul signed it. So his goal is to have everybody that wield the Darksaber to sign it.
When did he meet these people to get him to sign?
When was it?
LA Comic-Con.
Maybe last December of 2021. Then he has a picture with him too.
Yeah, I'm with Sin City. That's a wow. Yeah, that's a nice piece, man.
Yeah, he's a crazy. And then he had
Where did he get the lightsaber from? I'm all into this now.
GameStop dropped it almost 2 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pre-order for it. It's like $250.
Yeah, it was pre-order. Where's that? Where's the Hayden thing you had to sign?
It's bottled up, so I gotta get it.
Yeah, he has
people.
his favorite is Hayden, the guy that plays Anakin. That's his goat, and he has a picture signed with him.
Episode 3.
So it's pretty cool. I mean, he has a lot of Star Wars stuff. I can't pull it.
Right there. Did you see that one? 1977 PS3.
Yeah, he's showing. Yeah, man, I'm telling you,
I think I have to check out Doctor Strange so that we can talk.
Oh man, if you want to go, let me know because we're gonna go Thursday.
Where are you going?
I want to try to go Thursday night. I want to watch it. I'm trying to watch it first.
Oh, let's talk, bro. I think I might be able. Okay, let's talk.
Yeah, we'll
think
meet
I'm-
somewhere in the middle because I'm gonna
Yeah.
drag my nephew with me anyway, so we're gonna go.
Yeah, we got one question from Brendan. Is that lightsaber heavy?
Yeah.
It's heavy, yeah.
It's like rip screen.
That's a nice piece, man. I mean, that's a
It's like
well. I love autograph pieces like that are well thought out. You have a plan.
That
It
one's
speaks-
good, right?
speaks
That one's
volumes.
really
Yeah,
good
bro. That's real nice.
because I think only 3-4 people willed it. That's like they showed in the show. In the show, it's Dark Moth, the guy Givian, Mando, and the girl Boba, not the girl from Rebels. I forgot what it's Sabine Wren. So only 4 people in the show actually willed it supposedly.
All right.
I mean,
You can be excited about the Star Wars celebration, man.
if you're gonna go Sunday, then I'll have a real reason to go because I'm not trying to go by myself. I asked my wife.
What day were you going though? Were you going on Sunday?
Yeah, that's
Or
the only
just
day I
seeing
could
the
really
show?
go because I waited too late for Saturday. So
Okay.
he's going Friday. You're going Friday? He's going
Yeah.
Friday. And I'm gonna go Sunday. He's gonna go the first day of the show, second day, and I'll go the last day. I told him there might be like a special guest. If Hayden shows up, don't be
Yeah.
surprised.
And what is he getting signed on Friday? Anything?
I'm doing a photo of the Obi-Wan.
He's gonna get a photo.
It was 300 for auto, so I was like, I'm okay.
300 for him, but he doesn't sign though, so that's why. Man,
I know, but 600 for a photo and auto. I'll take auto. I'll
yeah,
take a picture of it.
It's gonna be nice, man.
we'll see.
It's gonna be nice. JD, I appreciate you, brother.
Man, you too, man. So we'll talk. We'll keep in contact, and then we'll figure something out because we got Delmar next week. Is it next week already? Oh, we gotta figure out how we're gonna do Delmar next. Oh, but you're coming back Sunday or Sunday morning.
Yeah, we gotta talk about that.
Okay, we'll figure it out. But yeah, I mean, this was good.
I always enjoy it, man.
Man, I know. I thought we were episode 6. Now we're episode 7. I'm always an episode off. So
All good.
we're almost
We'll
at our
be in double digits. We'll be in double digits soon.
yeah, we're almost gonna hit our 10 episode. Maybe we should we'll come up with something. Maybe bring a guest or something. We'll figure something out.
That'd be nice, man. Yeah. I know Sin City is down. Whenever we want to bring him through.
All right, we'll figure something out. I still want that idea of probably doing something at Delmar. Maybe a quick 30-minute episode or something.
Yeah, I've already locked that into my mind that's happening.
All right. We got G and I'm dragging my nephew too, so we got security just in case somebody wanted to try to interrupt our video or anything.
Yeah, you know G doesn't play games, man. Bro, it's always good catching up with you. I want to thank everyone that has been here tonight. I mean, this has been a blast. I look forward to this all day. This has been great.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I'll catch you guys in the next week, and FD we'll talk.
All right, then. Peace. Talk to y'all later.